I'm sitting here talking to you like, hey guys. Okay, sorry about that. I was, I'm trying to learn a little bit more about StreamYard every time I go into it. So I know this background thing is kind of wonky, but let's try it out. It makes me feel pretty relaxed right now. What's up, Trucker Jason? Trucking with T-Bone. Coach Pooh Holler. I like it. Don Stronger's back in the house. So I'm back from the casino and we just stayed for a couple of hours. So I went up and then I went down, and then I went back up, and then I went down, and then I went back up, and then I went back down. So I don't know if no, I don't think so. The thing is that, I see a feature or something, right? When I go live and then I'm like, okay, I'm ready. And then I see a feature and I'm like, squirrel. So I oh, what's that? So I was dipping into backgrounds and I was trying to find one of my own pictures to put in the background. That might be cool, but apparently I don't have the folder it goes to. I don't have my pictures organized where I can just something cool. Stepping at trucking's in the house. Jerome Jones. Robert Tyke Trucking. Hey, Robert. What's happening? Robert has my favorite laugh of anyone ever. And you know who I used to love, whose laugh I used to love, was Dudley Moore. But then now Robert's in my life, and his laugh, I love to hear you laugh, Robert. It's so funny. Yeah, this is my truck. This is my Freightliner Cascadia. Occasionally I sit over here and play the piano when I get bored. And, it's all good. It's the new, it's the deluxe, the deluxe extra special model. I don't know. Okay, so I had fun at the casino, and now I am, as you can see, back in the truck. And so it was good because it was just in time because Dee Dee had to pee. And she wanted to go outside for a walk, so I took her for a walk. I fresh brewed another cup of coffee, which I need to put into my awesome coffee cup. So let me do that. And the day's flying by. Okay, so who I went to the casino with is one of the brokers that I work very closely with, him and his beautiful wife. And I'm so happy that I got to meet her and stuff. And she's a lucky winner. And Lisa, if you're watching, I just want to say thanks. That was a blessing to me today, just for you guys to get me out of the truck for a while. And I was like the deer in the headlights in there. There's so many blings and lights and big games, and oh my gosh, the games are getting bigger, height wise and all that. Oh, excuse me. Let me fix this. I guess it's for right-handed people. I'm a left-handed person. Are you right-handed or left-handed? So I don't know what you guys are doing. Some of you are driving, so I'm just kind of doing this to just keep you company. Chris said he was driving. I don't know who else is driving. Who is Pooh Holler? For some reason, I feel like that's somebody that maybe had a different name. Anyways, I've already been on the load board right before I took Dee Dee out for a walk, and I'm probably not going to get out of here till Monday. I'm in Newcastle, Oklahoma. Yeah, I drink my coffee out of either hand, but when you have a mug like this, there's so much glare. Okay, when you have a mug like this, you gotta hold it this way. So he was in here before. Who was in here before? So if anybody doesn't know for some crazy reason, Wheelburner Express channel. Wheelburner has got an opportunity to go on the ice road to truck for a period of time. So he accepted that offer and is on a great big like adventure. Wheelburner's been a truck driver forever, and like this is his pinnacle right now. So if anybody's interested in like watching how this goes out, like he just got there, they just started like gearing up, getting everything together. I think they might have drove one day, but he's up there, and Dar is his lady, so she's in the chat. If you want to ask her like any questions, you can ask her. But I would suggest that you go over there and like subscribe to his channel so that you can kind of keep up with his journey. It's just super cool, and I'm really proud of him, and I'm excited for him. Like this is something that like a lot of us are probably never going to have the opportunity to do in trucking. So I think you guys might be interested in it and just like seeing how it works out for him. He's going to try to vlog it all like as real as possible instead of like the TV show and stuff. So let me pump that channel today. This coffee's really good. So I'm just chilling. If you guys are just chilling, fine. You know, maybe clean your truck up while you're listening or whatever. Or if you just want to lay here and have some conversation, I'm down for that too. I'm on no time limit today, and I kind of feel like chilling. I am a little hungry, but that's okay. We can have some coffee first. I'm going to have the second cup of coffee, and then I'm going to probably have figured out what I want to break my fast with for lunch. I'm thinking I have these little roasts. They're just like little roasts. And I plan on, instead of getting steaks, I plan on cutting up these roasts into steaks so I could have several steaks, trying to save money. So I just took that out of the freezer and I put it in the refrigerator. So if it unthaws fast enough where I can slice 1 or 2 slices, then I think I'm going to make that for steak. Sean Fairman is in the house. Hi, Sean Fairman. Bull of the Woods is in the house. I'm very excited to watch his journey. Me too. Like, it's just cool. Like, I like watching what people do with trucking. You know, and I don't know if you guys do this, but I always do this. I'm always like, hey, what could I see myself doing that? I wonder how much that money that makes. Oh, wow, that looks hard. You know, those thoughts run through your head and stuff. I hope the audio is okay because I went back to check out what we did earlier, and at the beginning, it's completely robotic. And I have to blame StreamYard for that. I've got strong signal on my phone for hotspot and on the laptop, so I don't know why it was robotic. But if you do go back and watch it on the replay, then it straightens out, and then the voice matches up with my mouth saying the words, because at the beginning, it's really whacked. Dan Rumble is in the house, chilling out, about to go get some Chick-fil-A for lunch. I swear they put some stuff in Chick-fil-A to like make you crave it. Robert Tyke Truckin says Wheelburner is as cool as Brian. Bull of the Woods says I made the wife and I 2 eggs, bacon, and cheese omelets. Kick in the ketosis. Yeah. I have bacon and I have eggs and I have cheese. And I was thinking kind of that too. I was thinking about just making myself a breakfast, but I'm trying to debate whether, because it's lunchtime now. So I'm like, well, shoot, if I just wait a couple more hours, I can just make dinner and make one nice meal for dinner. And I have greens for salad too. So I can, and I got, oh man, what else I got? Ooh, I got Brussels sprouts. And I think I might have asparagus. I can't remember if I actually got it or not. I think I better eat it because that goes bad fast. Dar says the perfect meal, TJ. Old school, new school says I'm sitting till Monday and then a short hop in Detroit area. Okay. Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot going on. At least not for where I'm at. I'm in Oklahoma, for goodness sakes. I don't want to go back to the casino because I can't afford to spend any money that's not necessary. So I did go ahead and spend a little bit so I could have fun with my broker and his wife, and we had fun. I couldn't afford to lose any money though, so it's like. But I literally like live, eat, sleep, and breathe in this truck, and I should at least afford myself a few dollars to try to have some fun. That's how I justified the decision in my mind. And it was a business meeting. So I wrote it off. I mean, I will write it off. It's a business meeting. So it was fun. They know what they're doing. I don't. I didn't. So I was like a kid in like, oh my gosh, look at everything. Like, oh my gosh. And the place is huge. Bull of the Woods says, also had keto coffee too. I'm all energetic this morning. That's good. So guess what you do now? Before you break your fast? Oh, you already did. Well, you should take the wife out and you guys go take a walk on this beautiful day if it's warm enough. It's warm enough here. It's super sunny. It's a little chilly. But I'm going to take Dee Dee out a couple of times today, just give her as much exercise as we can because it's a nice day. So this is the first, oh man, I was just in Louisiana the other day and it was hot as hell, but it made it easier to take her out and hang out and just like hang out outside. She likes to hang out outside. So that's easier. And that's kind of primarily the reason why I've been kind of staying so south since I got her, because, get just the training and the getting used to everything and whatever, like that's what it needed. Like, and I don't like being cold and she probably don't like being cold. So it was going to be we can't play ball outside when it's freezing out. So I just kind of wanted to enjoy her and the weather. I picked her up from West Virginia and it was like cold and rainy when I got her. And then I went around to New Jersey, down there to New Jersey. And then I started coming west. And then I've stayed at the deep south, like the whole time, back and forth, like over to Florida and then back. Now I'm in Oklahoma. So this is like the northernmost I've been for a while. And it's chilly, but it's sunny. The last time I was in Oklahoma was right before that ice storm hit. I escaped. Right, it was on my tail. Here, and that was the last time. That's the last time I was here. So I've just kind of made a circle all the way around the bottom of the country. Dar says it's beautiful here too. I needed the sun. It's been so dull. Yeah, the sun. Oh my gosh. That day that I did the video of Dee Dee playing in the water, I was just like a flower. Like I was just sitting out there, like just put my face into the sun and just felt it. Like it was great. It was a sunny day that day. And I just relaxed on the grass right there while she discovered stuff. And man, it was like, especially in the truck, right? It's a black truck. It's dark in here. Like when I get to have the sun on my face and I can actually like sit there for a minute and absorb it, I'm like a flower. Like that's what I picture myself being. And I'm just like, and I put my arms out, get some sun on my arms and my face. And sun gives you vitamin D through your skin. So that's the way God designed it. So if you don't have any vitamin D supplements on you, it's not the same anyways. You want to get out in the sun, get some sun on your skin, let it absorb the natural way. It's great for you. You need it to survive. Bull of the Woods says, I'm not doing it as a diet. I've changed my eating habits to fit my lifestyle. Good. It should never be a diet. I mean, this is my aspect of it, in my opinion. Like, it's a lifestyle change. You want to live, or you want to have your hormones screwed up and then die of some stupid disease? Or do you want to be healthy and have balanced hormones and feel great and get smarter every day? And, I mean, that's what keto and intermittent fasting has done for me. Like, I can't believe it. I'm just razor sharp after I started the whole thing. So it's a lifestyle. I would never call it a diet because people shouldn't go on and off it per se. I mean, yeah, you need to take a break and have some carbs like every once in a while just to like reset your, especially if you're trying to do the weight loss part of it, because you need to reset that, give yourself some carbs, and then just go right back to it. But if you think of it as a diet, like everybody jumps off diets. You can't think about it like that. Like you have to change your mind. It's got to be a mindset. It's got to be a lifestyle. He says, yeah, it's going to be near 50 today. I'm going to see my mom and help her do some exercises and push her around the grounds. That's awesome. That's the best walk. Pioneer Spirits in the house. He says, hello. This Trucking Life says, yo. Yeah, we're back. We're back for lunchtime. You know, I kind of had to run out on you guys this morning for coffee. So I wanted to come back. And Dee Dee decided to pass out for a nap. So I took her outside because she wanted to go outside. She walked around, and then some neighbor dog across the street, a big old German Shepherd, barked at her, and then she wanted to come back to the truck immediately. So I don't know what he said to her, but she didn't want to be outside no more. He's in a fence, so I don't know. He said something to her. Old School New School's in the house says, no matter what you eat, it's still a diet. Well, yeah, right. It's the context. I feel you. Carb up helps. Yes, it does. Nita, I hope I'm saying that right. Nita, tell me if I'm saying that right. I'm feeling bad. Like if I don't say it right, I'm going to feel bad. Is it Nita or Nida? It's Nita. Give me a thumbs up if it's Nita. Okay, Nita. Okay, thank you. The professor has entered the room. Truckers Education Network channel. If you want to learn about the business of trucking, you want to go over there. Jeff, check this out. You see that? Now, by all means, I think you should have this, but I got it first. And it was only $5. So I couldn't wait, like, right? You have to speak things into the future of the future, right? Into your existence. And I'm like, yeah, that's me. What's happening? I'm sitting in Oklahoma. I'm having a lunchtime chat for anybody who just wants to listen to some babbling while they're driving, or if anybody's just sitting around at a truck stop and something to do, or some company, or whatever. I'm just chilling. When I met up with a broker of mine, and we went to the casino for a couple hours, and that was fun. And I did that just a couple hours ago. And so far, that's been my day. And I took Dee Dee out to use the bathroom and take a little walk. And it's a beautiful day. And it's about 45 degrees here in New Castle, Oklahoma. And that's what's going on. There's your update, Jeff. I don't know what CLISD means. Oh, close to Snorlord. I'm not. Am I? I'm in Oklahoma. He's in Missouri. Robert says our ancestors in Britain always brewed the carbs. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I used to have my carbs like that. I've always liked beer. I am, as far as I know, I'm Irish. And it definitely kind of like fits with some things about me. But I used to love, and I love the taste of beer, but I don't drink like that. No, I don't drink no more. Like, I'll have an occasional social wine or something. But man, I didn't like beer for like being an alcoholic. I like the taste of beer. I know that's weird, but it was like, oh, a cold beer, oh, right? So it's, it was that kind of thing for me. I don't know why, but I always assumed it's my Irish background. Boulder was saying hi to Mr. Lake. I like to call Jeff the professor because that's what he is in my life. and he's a mentor of mine and stuff. And Mark the mailman is in the house. Hey, Truckers Education Network says few hundred miles. Oh yeah, a few hundred miles. That's far. When we're talking about deadhead, Jeff, anything farther than 10 is far. 10 miles I can deal with. After that, it's like, oh. But, if I got a good load on the line, I'll deadhead like 100 miles. As long as it pays for it. Robert says nobody can drink like the Irish. Oh, Robert, I did some drinking in my day. I ain't even gonna lie. I ain't exaggerating either. I could drink some beer. Young, at a too young of age. My name is Nobody's in the house. He said, good afternoon, Shannon. Good afternoon. Do you like my coffee cup? Russell Freight Services is in the house on my way after being out for 2 weeks. What's going on, Russell Freight Services? What happened to you for 2 weeks? On my way. Are you going home? Is that what you're trying to say? Home after being out for 2 weeks? That's what I feel like you're trying to say. Robert says to Dar, you haven't drank the right beer. Stuart, the hobby truckers in the house. What's happening, boys and girls? We're just hanging out, Stuart. Thanks for coming in. Just saying hi to everybody. I went to the casino met up with one of my brokers today. So the reason I'm kind of giddy about that is because this is to myself. I'm always saying, like, man, my broker relationships are like, that's what's carried me through. I love my brokers. I'm doing good work. Like, I'm staying busy, right? So I happened to landed near where 2 of them live. So I was joking around this morning and was like, hey, if you guys get bored, like, come get me. And to one of them. And he's like, yeah, I don't know, my wife, she doesn't like Saturdays too much, and I don't know, she probably won't want to come out. I said, oh, okay. I said, well, if you guys get for or something, I said, you know where I'm at. Well, lo and behold, I was getting ready to have live coffee this morning, and he gave me a call and said, hey, we're going to come get you. And I was like, all right. And so I was like, really? So yeah, so they came and got me, and we all went across the street to the casino, and so that was the first time I saw his face. So I got to see my broker's face today and meet his wife, and so that was really cool. So I skipped out on you guys for about 3 hours. We went over and did that, and now I'm back in the truck, and that was really cool. So it's awesome when you like know somebody and then you talk to them on the phone, but when you actually get to like see them, meet them in person, and then on top of that, like hang out, like that was awesome. I never thought I would meet that guy in my whole life, right? But we work like very tight together, so it's very cool that I got to like put a face with the name. And he brought his wife, and I got to meet his wife, and I just was like, thank you so much. She is so cool, and she's very good at gambling. So I had a great morning doing that, and now I came back to you guys so we can just hang out. Nothing, nothing crazy. I'm just trying to keep those that are driving company. Poured another cup of coffee in my world's best boss cup. God, I got glare issues. Where's it coming from? Give me a sec. Is the audio okay? I'm trying to kill the glare. Okay. Is this better? I want you to be able to read my cup nice and easy. Stuart's just at the house hanging with the kids and eating pizza. Oh, that sounds so good right now. If I would allow myself to have a pizza right now, I'd be like a lion eating an antelope. A hungry lion. That sounds so good right now, just because I'm like hungry. I'm really hungry right now. We didn't go out to lunch or nothing. I guess they weren't down to do that, so that's okay. Uh, so I told the other broker who lives by, and I said, "Hey, you know where I'm at, man." He said, "Well, if I was around there, it'd only be about 20 miles from you." He said, "But I'm helping a buddy do a job right now." And I was like, "Oh, okay." I said, "Well, I'm down for dinner, right?" So maybe him and his wife will come and pick me up for dinner, and we can all go have dinner, and then I can meet two of my brokers today. That would be cool. So yeah. So it's funny because I'm always talking about broker relationships, and that's what's working for me. So now I get to actually meet them. I don't think very many people get to actually meet their brokers in person. That was a business trip that I took today. Okay, thanks CB for letting me know the audio is good, and thank you for coming back in here. So I'm just trying to kind of continue the day. I do want to eat. I don't know what yet, but I got good food. I got greens. I got stuff if I want to make a steak. I gotta let it thaw though. I got Brussels sprouts, which I need to have for my gut health. And in case anybody doesn't know, when you guys eat Brussels sprouts and asparagus and broccoli, those three things, and leafy greens, not iceberg lettuce, it has no nutritional value for you, so you can just kick it out the window. The real greens, real leafy greens, like arugula, spinach, beet leaves, those kinds of salads that have the baby greens in them, those are the ones you want to eat. Those have the most nutritional value. And so yeah, but if you're working towards your gut health, which is super duper important, eat your Brussels sprouts. Yes, you can put cheese on them. Eat your asparagus and eat your broccoli because they're cruciferous greens and they're good times for your gut and your prebiotic, like bacteria and all that stuff. So Stuart's eating pizza with the kids. That sounds awesome. I wish I was eating pizza with my kids. I haven't been home since like Christmas time. And that's why like my mom is bugging, like, when are you coming home? And I'm like, just settle down. I'm trying to get there eventually. I'm not trying to drive into blizzard weather. I haven't been sweating it because I've been wanting to stay south because of the puppy and stuff. But yeah, they're all starting to ask me. So you know what that means. It means I gotta roll up there. So this next week, that's probably what I'm gonna try to do is try to get headed back in that direction, which is Michigan. Michigan is where I family is. I want to say where I live, but I live in the truck house. I don't say that no more. But my home is there, the home that I own. My youngest daughter has taken it over now so that I don't have the bills. And that is also my corporate office for my cooking company. So that's my phone whistling in case anybody's wondering. Let's see. Either somebody's texting me while I'm live or it's just my email. Yeah, so my second broker just said if they get done early enough, then they'll let me know. So I might be able to have dinner with my other broker. That would be, and his wife, like that would be cool. And they have a little girl. She's so cute. That might be this evening's events. And I think Lisa O'Brien texted me. He said we had a lot of fun. Thank you. Oh, Brian and Lisa, if you guys are watching, I had a lot of fun too. Like that was the best. I wasn't planning on that. 4 months is a long time. It's not. Yeah. Wait. Back. I missed something. I'm going home in 10 days after 4 months. Okay. Yeah. CB. Okay. That's a long time. I was gonna say, Dar, I haven't been out 4 months. I missed his comment. Tucker Jason is busy driving while listening. Man, I'm telling you guys what, I've ran so hard the last 2 weeks. I was I was brain dead last night. Like by the time I stopped, completely exhausted. And I know I did a live last week, but it's like, you get to the point where it's like been a couple weeks in a row and I feel it like, exhaustion, Dar says we might do the same, Shannon, leave the kids to take care of the house, and I might go on the road later this year with Brian. Yeah, I saw that you wrote that in the live last night, or either this morning. So I seen it, and I'm excited about that. I think you said it in your live last night. Yeah, but see, this is what you got to do, Dar. You got to pass off all the bills too. See, when they're living there, they take over all the bills, and then that frees up your overhead. That's what I did. I don't have a mortgage, so I didn't have to pass off a mortgage payment. But the utilities and the waters and the thing that they're using, like when they got married, my youngest daughter, my last one, they got the house and all that come with it. Now, I didn't sign over the title to the house because it's my house and it belongs to my real estate company. But they got, they're living there, so they're going to pay the living expenses, the bills that come with the house. And no, I'm not making them pay rent. That's my baby. I want them to get off on a good foot. And if they want to stay there and keep the house, then fine, they can do that. But I was like, I'm out. You guys, once you got married, like, there's the bills. Before my daughter gets married, she's my responsibility. But when I gave her to her husband, she came with the house and the bills. And so that got it off my plate. And that's how, when I tell you guys I have no overhead, I don't have no overhead. But I didn't have a mortgage anyways, because the house is paid for. Robert says, I read a paper that said you can't digest the nutrients out of the greens. That's a lie. The bacteria in your bowels digest it for you. Oh, yeah. No, okay. Yeah, you're right, Robert. Like rumen in a cow's stomach. Yeah, it all works together, right? Your body's made like the best machine in the world. So there's everything's involved. There's hormones, there's nutrients, there's, all that. Everything works together. That's why it's important to take care of yourself, right? You don't want to put bad fuel in your truck, right? Right? So it's the same concept, sort of, except it's more important. Robert says, if the good bacteria isn't there, it'll do you no good. Well, if the good bacteria is not there, so probiotics feed off of prebiotics. There's a truck pulling in next to me. You guys know I get all weird when this happens. Oh, he's got plenty of room. I gotta watch. Okay. So your probiotics feed off of prebiotics. So you want to have good prebiotics so that you have good probiotics, right? All those millions and millions of bacteria work inside your stomach to digest everything, and yes, to break down the foods and things like that and deliver the nutrients to your body, to your organs, and through your hormone systems. Keep reading, Robert. I like that you're reading about that. That's fantastic. Dar says, I'll leave them with most of the bills. They already pay rent. Oh, okay. Well, they already pay rent. That's pretty awesome. I'd just hand it off and be like, we're splitting. Good luck. Save your money. And, and so I come home and visit. I stay in my room. Hang on, it's loud. I'll roll down this other one. He's talking on the phone himself. I love people. Okay, is this bad? I don't know. Okay. Robert is like an encyclopedia. I love it. Who else is like an encyclopedia? I am when it comes to certain things. Jeff Mr. Like definitely is. And DIY and Snorlord, right? No, but I mean, a lot of us are. A lot of us are like really smart people. But CDM freight broker for sure. Oh, by the way, I posted. I gotta say this. I posted on my posting thing. What do you call it? I posted on there that CDN freight broker, who always comes into Snorlord's lives, talks about freight. He has finally made his channel, and he put out the notice like introducing his channel. So if you go to my community feed, I was like, I shared it there. CDN is gonna start doing videos. I'm always asking Snorlord, like, and this is speaking of encyclopedia people, right? Oh my gosh, he's a freaking encyclopedia. So I'm like, I'm telling Snorlord, like, why don't he just make a channel? Like, he always has lots to say, and it's smart, and it's interesting, and it's educational. Well, CDN never really want to do that for, various reasons. Well, it looks like he's got it going now. So make sure you look for CDN's channel. It's on my community feed. You can click on it and subscribe to his channel. I'm excited to see what he's going to come out with first and next, right? I mean, you could just take his clips from all the times that he's talked on Snorlord's channel, and he could just take all those clips and he could just throw those up there and feed that channel, and that would be it. He's had so many good clips, like, because they're always, when CDN comes on and Snorlord lets him on, he has all this good information. He could just clip all them on a Snorlord's video and just kind of feed them over there, and it would be straight. But yeah, anyways. CDN. Yeah, isn't that great news? Stuart says, hell yeah, I like what CDN has to say. Lots of good knowledge. Yeah. So I posted it this morning to let you guys know, like, oh my gosh, CDN's doing it. So go in there, click on it, or just type in CDN Freight Broker. That's his channel. I've been subscribed to him for a long time, but he don't have no videos. I'm subscribed to a lot of people who don't have no video. So because of that, I got the notification, and I was like, no way. This is cool. So I shared it out on my community page so that you guys would be notified, just in case you weren't hooked up to them already. So what else is going on? Let me think. Dee Dee smells good because she had a shower last night. And I feel like she's bored today. And it is kind of boring I'm sure for a little puppy. So I think when she wakes up from her coma that she just plops herself on the floor. It's so funny. Lala. She's so cold. When she decides to go to sleep, she just completely goes and she plops on the floor and she's asleep. And I want to take her out. So I got that planned. What else is going on? It's Saturday. I got to do boss stuff. I got to do business stuff. I got paperwork that I got to turn into my accountant. And I want to eat something good. And hopefully I can meet up with my second broker. How many of you guys that are left in here? There's only like 10 people left in here. Hit the like, please, if you haven't. How many of you guys have met brokers that you've spoken to on the phone? Isn't that great? It's strange. To me, it's strange. I never thought I would meet these guys in a million years. So I hope I get to meet both of them. Because I tell you what, since I it's a great team. Like I've fallen into a great team with these two guys. Like they're smart, they're fast, they like how I work. I like how they work. And we just got this freaking go get it attitude that we all like have together, and it's great. I've been staying absolutely run for them exclusively now, except for one or two times. All this year for sure, but I'm pretty sure I ran for them probably the last half of just maybe it was all of November, and December and January, like just consistently exclusively their loads. I've been amazed. Like if they can keep me running, I'll stay running with them. It's professional. It's great. It's like we know each other well now. It's just so there's chemistry, right? And it's awesome. Like it takes a load, no pun intended, but it takes a load off my shoulders, because it's like I'm gonna get this load done. It just keeps going, and I am running my face off, but it's keeping my business alive through this hard time, where a lot of people are wondering what to do or whatnot, and I'm just rocking. And I'm not saying I'm making the biggest profit margins in the world, but I am staying working and I'm staying busy. And these guys take a lot off my plate because I don't have to sit around on load boards. I don't waste any time sitting. Like they're ready to book the next load when I call in again. Stuart says, what I really like about CDN is seeing it from a different perspective. Yeah, I agree, Stuart, because the trucking consensus perspective is really whacked out. And so it helps. Yeah, if we're going to sit here and complain. I didn't even mean to say that, but that was the right statement. But if we're going to sit here and proclaim to be professionals, we need to act like professionals, and we need to respect that side of the table too, right? So we need to understand the players of the game and respect their positions. That's my opinion. And by all means, if I'm coming to them to get some money, I need to have respect for my brokers. People that, hey, I know there's some crappy guys out there. I know there's some crappy unprofessionals out there, and there are in drivers too. There are in every industry. So it almost makes me wish CDN was here in the States, right? Stuart, do you feel that way? Like I wish we could work with him. I don't know how he works, so I don't know if it's impossible or not, but to me it's like he's Canada, right? So we always talk about the carrier side, yeah, but having an active broker talking about what they see is awesome. I think it helps give us a fuller perspective of everything, right? And we need that. We need that to behave as professionals and operate our businesses. Like we need to be able to, when they tell us something, or when we should know when we're being ridiculous to them, Jerome Jones says, I meet my insurance broker. That's it. Okay. That's important, Jerome. That's very important. He says, I'll be in off because I have two little monsters that keep attacking me. Oh, that sounds fun. Are these your babies or your nephews and nieces, or you got grandkids? What's going on? I know Jerome don't have grandkids yet. Must be nieces and nephews, I'm thinking, unless he's got babies that we don't know about. Stuart says, yep, I took one of them out racing with me. I even bet that he couldn't beat me. Oh, are you racing this weekend, Stuart? Or is it like past that season? I don't know. I caught some of that. Robert says, I'm a professional cowboy bastard. That's okay. As long as you're a professional at it, Robert. Like, be professional. Whatever it is you choose to do in life, be professional. And whatever the people that you have to interact with and do business with, get some knowledge about what they're dealing with, and so that you can be professional and be a good team player, you know. And the things that CDN has talked about has really taught us all. I mean, if anybody sits there and say like they haven't learned anything from that guy, being able to not only talk about it, but he says it in a teaching way. Like we've all learned from him. So every time one of these sporty cars pull up, I feel like it's a pimp. And I don't know. It's probably just DoorDash. It's a white girl with a wig on. Hold on. It's none of my business. That's what it is. I'm not gonna pay attention. Let's talk back to business. Okay. So how did you guys close out your year ends and stuff? How does everybody feel that they did on their end of the year reports? Let me get some feedback on that. Nobody's talked about. Has anybody talked about the closing of the year? No. Not that I know of. I want to know how people feel that they did in 2022. I mean, how do you feel that you guys did? Are you closed out? Do you got your taxes done yet? Like, are you there yet? Or is everybody working on it? What's going on? Let's talk about business. I'm not asking numbers. I'm just saying, like, did you get your boss stuff done? I did. I did it through January and December. I was already working on it in December because I just wanted to like end the nightmare. But I got it because I don't want my accountant to be like messed up. It's a busy time of year for them. Like I wanted to have all my stuff in there so that I don't have to worry about it. Bill of the Woods says he closed in a very positive manner. Stuart says, March, I am back on truck in Charlotte, but I took a broker racing with me last year. Oh, good. So you got to meet one. That's cool. Hey, that's the way. Hey, broker relationships. Okay. If you can take your broker on the weekend to have some fun or take him out to dinner, it's business expense, it's a write-off. You can take them out. I don't think there's any ethical concerns about taking out your business associates. That's what businesses do. At least as far as I know. I thought for a second, I was like, this is ethical, right? Like, we're just hanging out. We're meeting. We weren't really talking shop. I mean, we were, but a little bit. I don't know. I think it's okay to take clients out, and I'm not. Who's the client? Are they the client or am I the client? To me, they're my client. I want their business. I want to work with them. Stuart says, it actually wasn't a bad year for me. I dodged a lot of bullets selling the truck early in the year. Right. Yes, you did. And I'm excited, Stuart, that you're, I heard you bought a truck and you're coming back out. And it's awesome. I know the market's not doing anything fantastic. So can I ask the question? You should just hit the link. Do you want to come in, Stuart? I don't know if you want. I know you're probably busy, but yeah, I was just wondering because I was like, man, the market's not like turning around or whatever. So I was wondering, I was thinking, oh, he probably got a great deal on the truck. I don't know. It's none of my business again, but I was like, that's cool though. Cause I think I feel like I've been watching you long enough. Like I feel like you might be happier. I feel like you might be missing it. Um, that's my speculation. Stuart, forgive me. I'm not trying to like put that on you. I'm just like I'm thinking about it. Uh, you want to? Okay, cool. Okay, let me get the link. Bull of the Woods says, I'm this close on closing a very huge deal. Oh, Bull of the Woods, my prayers. I hope you do. Congratulations. Robert says, I don't pay taxes because I'm no longer accepting liability for the all caps legal fiction. I like that. I like that. Copy. Okay, let me paste this up. Yeah, are you guys noticing it too? Like, do you notice no one's been talking about like closing the books at the end of the year? I mean, maybe I'm missing it. I'm like, what a silence about it. Like, so we all we're all like just hanging out with our teeth by the end of the year. Is that link or worked? I mean, is it there? Like, can you click on it? It's not underlined on my end, so I don't know. Oh yeah. Okay. Cool. Stuart's in the house. Welcome, Stuart.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm just trying to keep myself occupied so I stay out of trouble.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Well, I've got two little ones across to the other side of the house there watching TV, so they're just finishing their pizza. I scarfed mine. It was too good. I wasn't gonna let it get cold. So
right. No, I know you made me want pizza now. And then I got Dee Dee. Like, I'm just lucky she's sleeping right now, because if she wasn't, like, this might not be as easy. So I'm gonna take advantage of it while she's sleeping.
Yeah. So I think this year is going to be a good year. I mean, I dodged a lot of bullets with that truck selling it, with the running costs and stuff like that. Obviously, I made money off the deal, right?
Yeah.
And so that's really set me up. And, my whole, if you go back and watch some of my videos, my whole game plan originally was, the profit from that truck, set it aside and buy back in when the trucks were cheap.
Yeah, I remember that from the beginning. Like, I remember that. So I knew, like, at some point it was going to come back around full circle. I was just like, right now? because it's like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm still like seeing rates and I'm like, okay, well, I guess everybody is saying that it will probably be up in March, but we don't know, right? Because everything's.
No, I mean, look, rates are only going to go so low, right? I mean, there comes a point, and when we already see it, there's people trying to move freight, brokers out there for under $1. That number is not a sustainable number. Everyone out here, right? It costs them more to do that. So if I'm seeing that, to me, that's the sign. But we're already at the point where there's people running that, and it's just a matter of time before they go out of business. Now, I had the opportunity come up for a very good deal on a truck.
Okay.
Good job. Can you give me 2 minutes? That's wonderful. Come put it in the sink, okay? So I bought this truck for $15,000. I said put it in the sink. Don't throw it in the sink. Good Lord. But yeah, so I bought this truck for $15,000. It's a 2013 Cascadia. Now it's got more miles on it than I wanted. I mean, it's got right at 1 million miles. But there's a big but to it. For the price that I bought it for, hang on a second.
I think that's a no-brainer to me. I mean, heck yeah.
Yeah, for the price that I bought it for, it was like I said, it was a no-brainer. Now I've had to put I put brand new tires on it, which I got for $4,800, and then I put shocks, brakes, wheel seals, and so I'm about another $1,000 in it. I do that stuff myself. I mean, I'm somewhat mechanically inclined.
Oh, that's great. That's really great.
So for me, right now I'm maybe 22,000 all in, and I've got a truck which has just passed its DOT inspection. Hang on a second, London. Can you give me a second?
You can put us on hold. She's
just playing. But no, that's fine. she can hear someone talking and she's curious, right? That's what.
Yeah, I'll say hi to her if she wants to peek in
You
here.
want to say hi? We've got Pizza Face 1.
Hello, how are you?
And then we've got the other one here, which is even worse. She's got pizza sauce everywhere right now on her face.
Hi, how are
So,
you?
but yeah, so I'm about 22,000 in. The truck's ready to roll. And you know, I'm at a point now to where, okay, look, if the motor blows on it the first trip out, I still have enough money put away from the sale of the Peterbilt, but I can just go and dump a motor in it.
Right. That's what I was thinking. As soon as you said that price, I'm like, it's a no-brainer because
And a lot
plenty of money.
yeah, and a lot of the stuff, you know, quote unquote maintenance stuff, I can do myself. I mean, I've got the tools out there. I mean, I did all the brakes, I did all the airbags, I did all of the shot. I mean, all that stuff I'm capable of doing.
Yeah, that's
So
great.
you know, I mean, I think just all the parts all the way around was like $1,000. I went to Freightliner and bought factory parts, and so I'm just ready for it, right? I mean, my costs are so low, and I'm gonna go onto a car. I'm gonna go onto a carrier which pay, you know, they're obviously covering all my insurances and stuff like that. So for me,
Are you going to like trekking?
no, but I will tell you, the system that they have is very, 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 very similar to light trucking. Very similar.
Okay.
The only thing that is, hang on a second, Ash, which is different, is they have a brokerage as well, a very active brokerage. So they do have direct customers, which makes it makes it more appealing for me, because there's already relationships there, and their brokerage is very, very active. So you know,
yeah, I get that.
You know, so when we talk about that stuff, you know, that's something that I can go and, you know, put business cards out there and quite easily acquire lanes that I want. So, and they have the knowledge how to obtain them as well. So for me, that's the biggest difference. But you know, like I said, for me, my overhead's going to be very, very low. I'm literally running for maintenance, fuel money, and a paycheck. I mean,
That's great. That's great, and you'll be able to save money on insurance and everything.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And look, that's the other thing, right? People don't realize, and the cost of owning a new truck. I mean, look, that Peterbilt. Now, it was an expensive truck. Okay, it was a flashy truck, but just in physical damage, just the physical damage on that alone, okay, was $9,800
for the year.
For the year, $9,800. So that's right there. Just that alone, right? I've just saved $10,000 because if I don't want to, I don't have to insure this truck with physical damage. I mean, it would be silly not to, but I don't have to. So I can go very minimal on my physical damage now, right? The cost, the fuel mileage is going to be way more than what that truck was. I mean, I just looked at had the computer pulled on it, and for the lifetime of that truck, that was governed at 70 miles an hour, it was getting 7.2, and it was a company truck. So you know that they weren't really fuel, you know, they really didn't care about fuel savings being a company truck, you know. Right. I reckon I can get 7.5 to 8 out of it because I'm the one paying for the fuel. Right? I'm going to baby that. So.
Well, and if you're going to be running contracts, you might be able to pick one where maybe it's not so heavy, right? Where you can do the best with that specific truck. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I'm already pretty conscious about that anyway. Like when I run, you know, obviously I live, you know, let's just say Nashville. I'm like 30 miles north of Nashville. So for me, when I run, there's only 3 directions that I go. I go north towards Minnesota, Chicago area. I go west, or I go straight south. I do not go east because as soon as I go east, you know, I'm getting hitting the Smokies and all that, and I don't like doing that. That burns up fuel real quick. So I just,
man, you know, I don't either. Like I don't either. And to me, it's like I don't know which is worse, what it does to my fuel mileage or what it does to my clock. Because you know what I mean? Like, number one, my truck slows down going up the mountains, but number two, I got to slow down going around the lines and all this other stuff, and it's just like it's like God, it's stressful. I just want to run wide open, you know. And
Yeah,
I have to like,
you're right
you know,
though. I've never really. I mean, yes, I have thought about it, but if you actually sit back and think about it, if you look, okay, running out west, right? You know, you go from I don't know Iowa across towards Wyoming. Yeah. When you go from like Iowa to Wyoming, right? You can
yeah.
knock out 700 miles a day. You don't even think twice about it, right? You just put the foot to the floor and go. You know, you try
Yeah.
doing that
Or
going.
even like Indiana to Texas or whatever. If you're running like, you know, from the Midwest down to Texas or over to Arizona, even like,
Yeah.
I mean, you might touch a few hills, but it ain't nothing. But you're still flying. You're still like, you know, keeping great speed and
Yeah.
making good time. And my only challenge is the clock.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, when I'm over there, like it's like, okay, you know, how long is it going to take you to get through the mountains? How heavy is the load?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
going to slow you down even. You know what I mean? It's just like I want to like zip zip zip.
Yeah.
And
No,
I
I mean,
want to turn
here's
loads
a
as fast as I
right.
can.
Here's a perfect example. I can run if I leave my house right now. Or what time is it? So it's okay, 6 o'clock. Say I leave my house at 6 o'clock. Okay, six,
Yeah.
7 o'clock at night. I can run down from my house, and I can get all the way down to just literally about 40 miles north of Orlando, Florida. Okay, I can do that in one drive shift. Now, if I was to leave in the morning and go first thing in the morning, where I hit all that traffic going through Chattanooga, Nashville, and all that,
Yeah.
Atlanta, I can't do it. You
No,
know,
it'll take you another half a day
it's a,
at least.
so there's a lot to be said, between running in the traffic and the hills, and I mean, there's not really you got that Mount Eagle,
Yeah,
and
and
that's
then it affects your fuel mileage, of
yeah.
course. You know what I mean? And
So
so it's like those aren't my. I don't like to go over there. I'll go if I have to, if there's a load pan and it's. I
that's
haven't been over
lots
there
of
in a
it.
while. Yeah, because there's sometimes too. It's like, okay, well, yeah, I haven't been over the mountains in a while. I'd like to go over there and just change scenery, right?
Yeah.
But I'm not trying to like. I'm not trying to focus in the area. Like I'm trying to go like if I had it my way. I would go Minnesota, Wisconsin, Illinois, Michigan, down to Texas or down to Florida and back up. If you're right, if I could just pick whatever I wanted, that's what I would go down to Texas, over to Florida and back up, and I would just run that like all the time.
You've pretty much just named the route that I plan on running. So I plan on coming out of the house here. I plan on going up to the Chicagoland, Minnesota area, somewhere in there, because it's good for reefer freight. Okay.
Yeah.
Coming from there, going down to Florida, from Florida across to East Texas, and then from East Texas back up to the house. I can do that in a week very comfortably. I don't have to work too. And I think just looking at the load boards with a reefer, I should be able to clear 7,000 pretty easily. With that on a week.
Okay, so that was the thing. So you are running a reefer, and so let me ask you this: with what you're planning, are you able to get all contract loads to do that?
No. I mean, the contract stuff's more going to be last minute stuff.
Okay.
It's going to be a lot of
So
brokers.
You're gonna be back to spot, primarily spot.
Oh yeah, I'm going to say it's probably starting out. It's going to be 80% spot.
Okay.
But it's not going to be like that for very long. I'm going to work very, very hard to get direct customers.
You're going to be balling. If you're going to get more than $7,000 a week, bro.
Yeah, no. The money's one thing. I want the consistency for me. I want to be able to leave the house, and I want to know, okay, I'm going here, and I'll be back then. A certain date. For me, that's more important than the money. The money's a byproduct. For me, the money is a byproduct of just doing.
You want the balance.
And I just, for me, I just want that. I want that consistency. And that's one thing. The last year doing what I've been doing, and sort of, I've learned two big things. Number one, I don't like working for people. I absolutely hate working for people, other companies, being told when I have to work, and all these rules and regulations. Number two is I like the consistency. I do like the consistency of having them contracts and knowing what I'm going to be doing.
Right.
That for me, there is, there is a dollar amount assigned to that. Now that's going to be different for everyone, but for me, it's I'm willing to give up a little bit of money to get that. So.
Oh no, yeah, I mean, me too. Like that's why I'm not. That's why I kind of like when I'm talking about my brokers, I got this little thing we got going on because I don't have to look at the load boards anymore, and I do. I mean, I do sometimes just to look out there, but I really don't. I've been running without it. Like this is off my phone calls. Okay, so and I'm doing okay. And so I'm like, well, I don't sit. I don't, you know what I mean? I'm still running. My profit margin isn't like probably the biggest if I was out there hunting all the load boards and calling all these people and all that. But I'm like, we're like this, and I'm after that balance too. Like I don't have no overhead at home. I got rid of it before I jumped into a lease because I did my homework. And so I'm in a really good spot like that. But I'm halfway through my lease and I can't wait to get to the point where I can get some balance, like what you're talking. Like I want to know when I can be home, or I want to set up like where I can be home consistently. And I'm not trying to stay home all the time, but I want to see my family. Like I got into this whole thing so I could nail down my equipment, so I can work a little bit more flexible, so I don't have a truck payment. But I was more than willing to come and make the sacrifice until I get the truck paid off to get to that point. You know what I mean? And so when I do, like, and because I've gotten to know Jeff and them like that, like I see that's where I'm going, like, because his model will help me achieve how I want to do it, right? And when it's hot or when I want to run, I can run, and when I don't have to freaking stress out and throw up, and all this other stuff. So because I don't have to worry about the overhead like that. So I'm trying to get to that point, and I'm excited for that because especially so you won't have a truck. You don't even have a truck payment, right, at all.
No, but it's
so you got to
look at it like this though, right? There was a lot of stuff done that I don't talk about it a lot. Look, a lot of people don't know. I had my own carrier for a while. I had guys leased onto me. I had my own contracts. I had 3 or 4 contracts that I did on a regular basis.
Oh,
I had that, but for me at the time, I would be on the road. I had 2 guys contracted onto me, and even when I was home, it was always something. It was taking care of the books, taking care of the truck, taking care of the contractors. I mean, getting a phone call at 3 o'clock in the morning. Hey, I just hit someone. I mean, how did that happen? He's like, well, I was trying to make a right-hand turn, so I backed up and just run over somebody. I mean, at 3 o'clock in the morning, and now I'm trying to, I was trying to deal with that situation. I learned very quickly that I didn't want that. I don't want, if I'm off, I want to be able to hang the keys on the hook and be done with it. And that's when I decided, you know what, I need to sign on to a carrier and let them handle that side of it for me. Because you know what, it's not difficult. And for anyone that says it is, I don't know what to tell you. It's not difficult to run a carrier, but it's always there. It's always a weight on your shoulders, and it's a stress level. And not everyone's built for that.
It's a high risk.
And, you can't turn off. Yes, you can't. She starts yelling. So it's like, I need that time where I can switch off and just like know that the truck's out in the driveway, no one's gonna hit it, and just be done with it, right? I need that.
I came on fire for like, someday I'm gonna have 3 trucks, and I'm not ruling it out, but since I've become more knowledgeable on a million things, like and then what I've experienced since I've been out, my dreams are kind of changing a little bit. I don't think I necessarily want the risk that's involved with all of that so much. And so I've learned about a couple other avenues that I can do to make passive income. And so I'm just I'm leaning away from like having a fleet and da 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 da. I'm leaning into things that are very low overhead and very low risk, and just, make smaller profits, but they're coming in all the time. So I've been kind of changing my mind the more I learn, because I've seen a lot of I mean, we talk about all the time. Like, I kudos to the guys who want to build fleets of God knows how many trucks. Like, I just don't know.
I'll
I
tell you
don't
what
know
it
if
is.
I'm
I'll tell you what I observed. For you to be able to get to a point, if you have a fleet, right, to where you can honestly sit there and turn your phone off and it runs itself, you've got to have a right-hand man that you trust 100% to make them decisions, the same decisions you would make. If something went belly up, and let's just say it was a fatality accident, right? That happened
Oh,
while
God.
you
Can
while
you
you're on
imagine?
vacation. While you're on vacation, you've got to be able to sit there and have your phone switched off and know that the right things are going to happen while you're not there. And to get to that point, how many trucks do you think you need to have? 20 trucks, 30 trucks? I mean, to have that type of person on your right hand side that will make them decisions, you're going to have to compensate them pretty well, right? You're not going to pay
And
someone
honestly, I
$30,000
don't
to do
think
that.
yeah, it can't be one person. In
Yeah.
my knowledge, it can't be one person. It has to be a team, right? And then you got to pay all that payroll or whatever.
Yeah, and in that, and does 30 trucks cover that? Does 20 trucks cover that? But between one truck to however many trucks that is to get to that point, that falls on yourself, right? For the most part,
Yeah,
and so it's like I was like, I don't want that. It's
I
not for
like.
me.
Yeah, I'm enjoying just managing I'm a handful. So it's like I'm enjoying just like managing myself, and then being able to, but see, the thing is, if I can get to the profit margin where it's juicy, then I can invest in other things, right? That aren't so stressful, that I don't have to worry about drivers. I don't have to worry about all these deadly accidents in the winter time. And I just have learned, I've just reconstructed my dream. Like, I don't think I want to be any high risk situation. You know,
Mhm.
I'll let the people who are already, financially ready and got investors and all of that. Like, I'm not 20, like, so
Yeah.
it's like, I don't even think that this giant empire is really kind of the way I want to go anymore. And then, once I met Jeff, and they live close to me and all of that stuff, like, and I learned about his business model, it's drastically changed my thinking about what I initially came in with. I'm like, okay, hold on. I like running my truck. I have an opportunity with other people to help make their business stronger and be a huge asset to them, and
Hmm.
be a team, and I can do that, and then still run loads every once in a while when I want to. Like, that to me right now is very exciting, and less risk, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
less
My,
expensive, less debt. Like, you know what I mean? So I've kind of re-geared everything.
yeah.
So that's I like running the truck to make money, and I'll take the money and go get, stack up some money and go buy some real estate or go invest it into something else. Like,
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
know,
I've been playing with the stock market a lot recently, like a lot of dividend stocks and stuff like that. And I'm now starting to see the rewards of that. Dividends getting paid back in, and I've got the drip set up on it. So I'm seeing a lot of
yeah,
stuff like that now, and that's look, it's not quick money. It's not quick money. Well, that's not true, because I put some money in Tesla a month ago, and it's returned very, very well. If you look over the last 30 days, uh,
oh
it's
wow.
it's done very well. So I mean,
I got a few going, but it's definitely something I can do better at. You know what I mean? It's just like I just kind of threw. I got a couple. I got a few dollars over there, but I
yeah,
just like to let it sit there, and I don't really pay attention to it. But
yeah. I think a
I
lot, a
used
lot of it,
to
a
play.
lot of it, a lot of it is right. I was always looking for quick money. How can I make money fast? And then I've just realized, you know what? You can't make money fast. If it's too good to be true, it's probably a scam, and
Yeah,
everything takes time, right? Whether it's making money, whether it's growing a business, whatever you're doing, it's there one day and then it's an empire the next, right? Everything takes time, and that's just
Right.
the impatience in me, So, and I
I mean, trucking does pretty good when you can go run a load. If you have your overhead where it should be and you're in a profitable structure, and you can go run a load and you can bring home a couple $1,000s in a minute, like what's faster than that?
no,
Besides
yeah,
selling drugs or something.
yeah. I
I
mean,
don't know.
look, that's the reality. If you go back to what 21, I mean,
Yeah.
I had the best. I mean, I'm never going to see that money again. I mean, I did $406,000, and at the end of that year, I still got a $20,000 tax return back.
What?
Exactly. So, when you start, but that's not going to happen again. That's, we can forget that as, that was an anomaly, 1 year craziness. Now I have other stuff that I've got. Now the 406 was just the trucking. I've got some other stuff with farming stuff that I've got going on here with cows and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But
That's awesome.
and that's all sort of tied into how I got the return. But yeah, it's just that's not normal, right? A year like that is not normal. I think my
Of
best.
course not. Like
I think my
nothing's
best year,
regular, nothing's consistent. Like we have to be out here and gotta hustle for it, and we gotta strategically build our businesses, and that requires, if you ask me, you to be successful or get ahead or get forward or get extra money. Like you better have some extra avenues coming in. Like it is what it is, because this goes up and down, and you can't support the other things that can keep bringing stuff in consistently with something that's just so inconsistent. It's almost like, you know what I mean? You got to have other stuff. And I think having stocks is important. I think if you're an Amazon store person, then damn it, get that too. And anything, a merch store, like whatever, like all these little things, like do whatever you can, a YouTube channel, and just get it all coming in. I will always preach 5 streams of income. I don't care what you do, get 5 streams of income, because that's a way to wealth, especially with those people with kids. Like you want to build generational wealth for them, right? And you gotta start thinking 5 times more than just getting one good job. You can't just do that.
So, should I tell you one of my best ones right now, and you're gonna laugh about this? So when I moved here, I bought 40 chickens. They're all laying hens. I tell you, for the first year, I got sick of eggs. I mean, if I saw an omelet, I was like, oh god, another omelet or eggs. I tell you now, I can't. I'm now backlogged 4 weeks for eggs, and I'm selling them at $8 a dozen.
Oh my god!
And I mean, for what's involved with chickens, for the amount of time and effort I put into it, like I literally go out there, throw water and grain down, and then I'll collect the eggs, and then once every 2 weeks I'll clean them out, clean the hutch out. They're they're semi free range, so they go in the cages at night, and then during the day I've got like a poultry fence around them, and that's for what's involved. It's my easiest stream of income right now. I mean,
oh my god, it's your most profitable one. What are you talking about?
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's your gold right now. Like, my daughter just bought 6 chickens, which is hilarious because she lives in literally like a subdivision. But yeah, listen, that's gonna be hilarious. Like that story will unfold. But so they're just little chicks about this big right now.
She can't even get eggs out of 6 months.
Huh?
She's got 6 months. It's 6 months before she even gets an egg.
Yeah. So she's got them in the basement right now and all that. But she's like this is my oldest daughter, and her and her husband are very like fit and into fitness and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And so they eat eggs like crazy, right? Well, they can't afford to buy the amount of eggs that they have to eat. So that her idea was to buy the chickens. And now then, like all the stories about the eggs are going up so much, and I called her. I said, "Girl, you better sell those eggs." I said, "You better make some money off of that deal." Yeah. So I don't know how she's gonna pull this off in a subdivision. Like it's just a regular like you see on TV, a regular subdivision where I can't even believe they're gonna allow them to have the chickens. And then when she has the chickens and they're actually out there, and she's got a rooster. she accidentally got a rooster. Dude, I said your neighbors are gonna kill you.
She's gonna regret that.
Well, I told her that. So she told me that there's this thing that you can get for their necks or something to quiet them down or something like that.
I don't know about that.
It's some kind of collar that makes so that when they crow, that it makes it quiet. But I still think it's going to be too much for the neighbors. They're going to call the cops on her.
Hey, wants to show the picture. What is that? A picture of London? Oh, you got a picture, Shannon. She made it for you.
Oh, what is it?
It's a farm.
It's a what?
It's a farm.
It's
Farm.
a farm? A farm?
Yeah, that's what she said. A farm.
I love it. Thank you so much. It's so beautiful.
Do you love farms?
I love farms the best. I love them the best. Thank you.
We have cows at our house.
You do?
How many do we have?
Two.
We've got 2 cows right now, right?
Because the rest of them died.
Yeah, the rest of them died.
Oh, they did, right? Okay. And so, do you love your cows?
Yeah.
What's their names?
Knox and Ribeye.
Knox and Ribeye.
Oh, that's wonderful. Do you have a horse? I thought you might have a horse
Yes,
there too.
his name is Chance.
His Chance.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you ride him?
Yep. Every day.
Oh.
Every
day. That's wonderful.
Then every day we give him a towel.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Okay. How old are you?
Maybe one more finger. Let's do it this way. Maybe 3, right? 3.
Years old? Oh my gosh. And you have a farm, and I want to say thank you for
our dogs are gone now. We just have chickens and dogs.
Yeah, we got rid of the goats. We don't like goats, we decided.
No.
They head
I
too
don't
much,
know
right?
why people get goats. I haven't figured that out yet. I see a lot of goat farms, and I'm like, what are they doing?
They're good for mowing grass, and that's about it.
And so how many chickens do you have?
We've got 40.
I'm not asking you, Stuart.
Oh, so again? What?
I'm
Yeah.
not asking you.
Daddy, open it.
How?
Open it.
This present? I'm so excited right now. This is great.
You're going to be so proud.
Did you write your name?
Nope.
Stuart, I'm asking the children, how many chickens do you have?
A lot.
A lot.
A lot?
Did you hear that?
No.
I don't think we count that high yet, is the problem.
Oh, I wish I could get some eggs from you guys. Oh my gosh.
I can make facts, but this is not it. This is a fantasy. It's just a part.
It's just the what?
I don't know.
Hey!
It's just a party. But I don't think that's what he said.
You want to get down for a second? I'm finish up here. Okay?
Thank you for my picture. Tell her I said thank you for my picture.
Did you hear that? Jan said thank you for her picture.
My name is Stuart. My name is Nobody Wants to Know which feed that you use.
Say again.
My name is Nobody is asking which feed do you use?
For the chickens, I'm assuming.
I'm assuming.
Okay, yeah. So we got ours from an Amish mill. We don't buy the bags or anything like that. We buy 2 tons at a time. Well, that's the old stuff, but we've got the big totes now. Remember, in the garage. So we buy we've got a big ton tote that we use, and we just scoop it out of there. It's way cheaper than going to the big box stores like a Tractor Supply or something like that. We used to do that, but their prices went up when the price of diesel went up. The price of grain went through the roof with them. So
wow.
So we go to a local.
Says they've stopped for lunch and says Red Lady says hi. So if you guys are still listening, I just want to say hello. They're on a date, a romantic day, doing something. Kelly says the only way to beat inflation is to increase the amount of money you make and keep it. Agreed.
That's
Keeping
true.
it. I'm excited about your egg farm now. Like, that is so cool. I wish I could have chickens. My house is in the city, so I can't.
No, we got about 10 acres here. So, and then we got another 10 that's like to the side that we're allowed to use because he's trying to sell it and he's not putting crops in there, so he's allowed us to use it temporarily. I think
you're not interested in buying that?
Not for what he wants for it. It's 112. He is 112 acres there, and he wants $4 million for it. So I'm like,
yeah, I would just see how long you can use it for or something something. That's crazy.
It's like 30. It's like 30,000 an acre or something. And I'm like, yeah, that's ridiculous money, especially with interest rates. I mean, if okay, you guys got to jump down. You're getting heavy. Okay. Jump this side. Give me 2 seconds, okay? I'll come and play with you. So, yeah, it's just not worth it. I mean, if anything, I want to move further away from Nashville, where it's prices are a little bit cheaper. So, but not right now.
That's right. You guys are in Tennessee, right?
No, we're in Kentucky. We're like, if you come up I-65 and you take the last Tennessee exit, by the time you get off the exit and go a mile up the road, you're actually in Kentucky. So,
okay.
So we're like halfway between Bowling Green and Nashville. It's like 20 miles to Bowling Green, 30 miles to Nashville. So
do you know, because I, my one of my end goals here is to get my land, right? I want my own land, and I want my own place for my family, something I leave to my family. And so everybody loves Tennessee, but word I've heard is that like property is going like skyrocketing there. So
that's why we ended up in Kentucky, because it was cheaper. But there is a but to that. I wish I'd did a bit more research in it, because I would have paid the extra, because Tennessee doesn't have state tax. Right here we have state tax in Kentucky. So I wish I would have gone the other side, but you live and learn. I mean, it's not the worst decision ever. It's just I could have saved a little bit of money by being in Tennessee over the long term. Over like a 5 to 10 year period, I could have saved money. So, but it is what it is. I like where we're at. I mean, the town I'm in, actually, Johnny Cash got married at.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So he got married in the church here.
Well, I think that a few years ago, like Tennessee, like it was. I mean, I just remember my opinion about it was like, oh yeah, I'll be able to afford some land down there, right? And it's like everybody caught on, and now the property value is like even more. And now I'm like, I don't even know if we'll ever be able to buy land there now.
Yeah, like, no, I mean, I know when we was buying, right? It was one of them situations. There was people coming in when we'd put a bid on a house, and then someone would come in and put a cash offer on the house or the property, and it's like, it was just, there was so many people. I mean, I can have the mass exodus of California, right? People were moving out of California, coming here, and all over and Tennessee's just it's, if you look at it, it's a desirable state. When there's no state tax and stuff like that, and you've got that type of money where you can just go and pay cash for a house. There's a lot of benefits for you to be moving here, right?
Yeah. Well, I'm interested there because of the weather and the growing season, right? My land is going to be producing food, so that's why. I mean, I live in Michigan. We have great fertile soil. Like there's no problem with Michigan except for that we have that winter, and I feel like I could grow more food down in Tennessee than, because I won't have to suffer that season of.
Yeah, I'll tell you the biggest issue here: the soil isn't too great. It's a lot of clay. I've got a lot of clay around here, so I'd have to. I don't know what I'd have to do to it. I guess I don't know. I don't even know how you break up soil. I mean, at the minute, I'm using the cows and the chickens to do it organically, right?
Yeah.
Cow poo, horse poo.
I was thinking that too, because in Texas you can get land so cheap, and they got millions and millions of acres. But I'm driving through there thinking, okay, how can you change the soil, right? So I'm like, because I would love to, I could buy freaking 100 acres out there for a fraction of the price. And I'm like, okay, all I would need to do is change the soil. So is that even possible, right? It's sand out there and whatever. So I think about nerdy stuff. So I was thinking, well, seems like they could do that with the cows that they have there. Like, well, how come there's no grass anywhere? Like, well, I don't even know what those cows eat out there.
Well, that means you'd have to bring feed in, right? I mean, look, if there's nothing for them to eat, you'd have to bring feed in for them, so hay and grain and whatever else for them to eat. I mean, they're still gonna poo everywhere, which is still, that's, you know, it's good for the soil, right? It's gonna add nutritional value to the soil to some extent. So
that's what I'm thinking. You could get compost growing and things. You know, like you get out there, you pound it all in the ground, and
it'll take time. You know, the good thing about land out west, because I've looked at that. I've looked at buying some land out west, and when I say land, I mean I'm talking hundreds of acres. And
that's what I'm saying, a lot. Like,
yeah, and it's fairly cheap. And there's programs out there. If you keep the keep certain grasslands and stuff like that, if you don't use it for anything, like 100 acres, couple of 100 acres, and you just let it do its own thing, the government will actually pay you to keep it like that. They have programs out there where they pay so much per acre per year to just keep it natural and not do anything to it. Yeah, there's programs.
Put a couple of houses out there in a small corner, and we'll leave the rest of it alone. I just want to know that I have it.
Yeah.
You know, I need some chickens, and I need some peacocks, and I need to have a couple of gardens, and that's all I want. And then they can pay me to leave alone whatever.
I said this year, my project this year for like farming is turkeys. I want to get about 20 turkeys, 20 or 30 turkeys. 20 or 30 turkeys, and that's my goal. You know, I'm gonna look. Got a couple of places I'm looking at right now, and then when, you know, Thanksgiving comes around, sell them off. So
yeah,
so that's sort of something that I'm looking at right now to see if I can make it.
I want peacocks just because I want peacocks because they're beautiful. I want to run around my whole farm.
Yeah, where I grew up in England, there was a lot of turkeys. There was always, you know, like around the farms and in the countryside.
I see wild turkeys all the time, like some healthy ones, the wild ones just running around. You know what I mean? But
I'm gonna get off here because these guys are going bananas.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. And good luck on everything. I'm so excited for you. That's awesome.
I just keep a lookout for this. I am going to be doing some updates this year and sort of talking through, you know, what I'm doing, and I just want to get rolling first before I really put anything out there, and, you know.
Yeah, of course.
And then
I know you're going to do great, and I think it's congratulations on finding the great price truck right there.
Hey, look, there's plenty more out there. You know, there's still plenty out there, and you know, there's lots of opportunity. I mean, I know we talk a lot of negative sometimes about what's happening in the industry, but there is a lot of good stuff. Look, at the end of the day, the cream is going to rise to the top. If you're good at what you do, yeah, and excuse my language, there's shitbags out here, but at the end of the day, they can only last for so long, you know?
Right.
And, you know, the cream is going to rise to the top every single time. So
I agree, man. All right. Well, thanks. And it was nice seeing your kids. Thanks for sharing. And talk at you later. Thank you.
Bye.
Stuart. I love Stuart. I gotta tell you a funny story. It's just short. So, and I want to say wheel burners in the house. If I didn't say that already, trucking with T-Bone's back. Did I see Snorlord? Neatest cooking show. Channel loves chicken. She says. I know I saw a wheel burner come in. Sean Fairman came in. Snorlord did come in. Are you still in here, Snorlord? We were talking about Stuart getting the new truck and stuff. And we were talking about land. And now I got my interest piqued about these conservation programs, right? So if anybody knows about that, I need to know about that. Please. Like, I even thought one time wouldn't it be cool to have like an American Eagle reserve? I would like to do that. Like just like a protection place for the American eagle, and have the government pay for it. That would be sweet. Snorlord is in the house, and Reefer 77 is in the house. Hi everybody. So I'm trying to cool off because you get me talking about land and chickens in my dream, and I start to like, I start to get excited. The coffee's gone. I hope you're all doing great out there today. I got a few people in and out, and that's fine. That's kind of, it's whatever. Come in when you want, come out when you want. Just hanging out, opening the room. If anybody else wants to hit the link and talk about something, you can. Tank Kelly, the trucking golfer, says, I hear there's a cat conservation program going on in Ontario. There is, and it's at Wheelburner's house. I heard. I can't, I can't confirm. But Wheelburner's in the house. Maybe he can confirm it. And I think we might have lost Dar. I don't know if she's still listening or not. That's funny, Tank. T21's in the house. Say, what up, Shannon? What up, T21? What's going on today? Nita, are you cooking? Are you making salad over there, Nita, or are you making chicken? She's not saying. You have to go to her channel and subscribe and watch, okay? She's cooking curry beef. Oh my God, that sounds great. I'm getting hungry. Like everybody's talking about food, and I'm starting to get like, I gotta cook something for myself. Dee Dee is a pooper right now because she is passed out cold on the floor. She's not trying to hang out with us or be seen. I won some and I lost some. So I did not come out with a profit, but I was able to like play for 3 hours. I had fun, and the fact I even got to meet one of my brokers that is a freaking rock star, that was just awesome. So I'm thankful for the time, and it was fun. His wife is delightful. Like she's a lucky lady. Like she is lucky at the slot. I mean, at what she was playing. Like she knows what she's like. One of those people. Those two, like they go to casinos. They know what they're doing. I don't. I was like telling me stuff, and I'm just trying to hit the lucky machine. So I hit some that were good. I was one picture away from getting the $12,000 jackpot. God, I was calling on Jesus for that one. I was like, please. I didn't get it. So yeah. There you go, Snorlord. That's the report. Dar says, I'll take them all, Tank. Robert says, I must be a shitbag. Why are you asking that question, Robert? Dar says she'll take all the cats. Yeah, it's got to be the cat she's talking about. Yeah, so, we'll see what happens in the future, but number one step on the business plan is getting my piece of equipment secured. So that's what I'm after. Wheelburner, are you, I'm assuming you're not busy because you're in the room. You're welcome to come in and hit the link if you like. If you, I know me and Stuart got talking about a fleet, this and this, that, and the other. Tank, I will pay you not to sell them to my wife. It's a win-win for you. Yeah. Dar, when are you getting your new cat? I got one sip of coffee left. Please hit the like button if you haven't. Just because you popped in and see what we're talking about. It's a beautiful day here in Oklahoma. It's about 45 degrees. I got maybe 50. I got the windows down. Dee Dee passed out. She's like laying here in a coma. She's not being fun. Should I wake her up? Cheers.
Lolly. What are you doing?
Oh my goodness, your leash is still on. I didn't even take your leash off. I'm a bad puppy mom right now. She got scared. That German Shepherd barked something at her, and then she was like hightailing to the truck. Come here, love. Let's see if we can get her to be cool about an appearance. Come on. You want to come here? Come here, little sweetheart. Come on. Sometimes she don't give no damn. She just wants to sleep. Oh, wake it up. Sometimes she just goes to sleep because she's bored. Look at my baby girl. So she had a good shower last night. And, oh, I'm in love with her spots. I love her. Like, she's got great spots. And she's got brown ones. Look at these, like they're freckles. How cute. She's got great spots on her belly. Like, look at, she's my dolly. And sassy. She's got a lot of sassitude. Let's say that. But she's very smart. More than you would even think for a little pup like this. Like, I'm telling you. Drop the link. Oh, I'll drop it again. Invite. Copy. Here we go. Wheel burner. Don't, Dee Dee, stay with me. You can't be a good co-host if you are trying to, like, get down all the time. Huh? You want to look out there? Oh, do you want the ball? Oh, I got to press then wheel burner. Sorry. I'm like, where is he? She is dark. She is. I love, like, she's so much fun. Want the ball? You know, most dogs are excited by a squeaky toy. She doesn't really, it doesn't, like, faze her. She just kind of looks at it like, who cares? But if you throw something, or if I start doing, like, playing, she's down. Not right now. She's going to make me look like, yeah, right. Oh, and then we got this thing. She loves this when she's in play mode. She's obviously don't care right now. There it is. Okay. Anyways, this is my girl. And she's so sweet. And where are you going? You want to go over there? I'm trying to get her to sit in the passenger seat. She doesn't seem to care about the passenger seat. She wants to be down on the floor next to my feet. So, okay, Wilbur, it's in there. Toga says she's so cute and growing so fast. I mean, look, I know. Dude, look, if you can even get a scope of how big she is now, look at her. She's growing, like, I don't know if you remember, but you can go back and look at a photo of her when I first got her. She was 5 pounds. She's obviously, like, she's got to be 8 pounds or more right now. Yeah, are you? Are you 8 pounds? Don't lick me in the mouth. Okay, we have a guest. Are you ready, Wheel Burner? Thumbs up. Okay. Here we go.
Hold on. Here we go.
Wheel Burner Express is ice road trucking right now, you guys.
Not today, I'm not.
The ice.
The temperature.
Right,
The temperature got too warm today. They closed the roads.
Oh, really? Because it's too warm.
It's too warm. Yeah, it got up to like when I say it got up, right? But it was minus 2 or 3, and then it actually went above freezing at some points today. And they just can't run the trucks on them.
Wow. I bet nobody expected that, huh?
Not really. It's actually been a bummer because for the time of year, like seasonally, we're supposed to be well into the like 20s and 30s below freezing in Celsius. Right. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit, but say, it's supposed to be ridiculous right now. We're supposed to be freezing our asses off. I'm running around out here in just a hoodie. Like, that's how warm it is here right now.
Wow. Wow. Well, so how do they do? So I'm not trying to pry into your business, but are you guys compensated even though you can't work? Oh, you're not?
No.
But they are feeding you and room and board, right?
No, not until we get up. Not until we get up into the camps. All I've been doing here so far is running loads from like basically Winnipeg, right? As a lot of this stuff came off the trains and got trucked in from other locations, it came to one of the yard here, one of the main staging yards here, which is the terminal, and then we've been taking them from here up onto the ice road up to the staging areas. And then from there, they go actually up farther north across the lakes and all the ice road and all. And that's when they feed us and all of that and everything like that. But for this stuff here, no, like we're on.
I thought you were already up at the camps for some
No,
reason.
no, I've already made one trip up to the camp, taking equipment from here up there and I was on the ice road to do that. But once we get to the camp, that'll be our base camp for the rest of the duration, and we won't be coming back down here. And then from there, we go directly across the lakes and do all the ice road driving and all of that, and deliver to. They're actually called junctions, right?
Okay.
So it's going up to junction like 51 or 55
yeah,
or whatever.
You said there's numbers on the roads or whatever.
Yeah, and that's what we're doing. But until that happens, like we can't even get up there because, yeah, it was cold yesterday and the day before, so they could. But then overnight, the temperature climbed. It got too warm, and like literally right now, I'm looking at the building, like the main building of the terminal, and there's water dripping down the walls because the snow is melting off the roof. So, yeah, you can't put like 40 tons on a slushy ice road.
Right. So what are they foreseeing that? I mean, okay, this is probably far-fetched, but could the whole project be canceled or something like that? No? Okay.
No, they just basically put everything on hold
and wait.
And they sit there just like everybody else and they watch their little weather maps and they go, okay, what's the weather doing? Because all they need at like minus 30, all they need is like one day at minus 30 for everything to freeze back up solid. So they want sustained temperatures of like minus 30, minus 35 for 5 or 6 days, and then we are going to go like a bat out of hell.
You are like, yeah, because now you're going into a backed up.
Yeah,
right?
Well, that's exactly what it is, and all this does, and what we're talking to them this morning, if anything, all this does is just extends the season, right? It just and they will run this until the last road falls apart, and then they stop the project and pick it up again next winter.
But the season, but now the season's shorter, right?
It is. So, it is. So,
wow.
Hey, you know what? You can't fight Mother Nature. You can't do anything about it. You know, we've all been trucking. We've all been in this business a long time. It's like, you know, you do what you can do. There's no sense losing your shit over it. There's no sense losing your mind and coming unglued. And, oh, my God, I'm sitting here. What am I going to... You can't do anything about it. So, you know what? Yeah.
Right. We always say that's trucking. That's all you say. That's trucking.
Just sit around the truck and watch you on YouTube, you know? The good thing is there's been a lot of lives. Like you've been live. Dodie was live earlier. I think Cash was live the other day. So like there's enough people going live that, you know, I got shit to look at. And there's a good bunch of guys here. So
yeah,
it's all right. It's all right. It's just now for me personally, now it's like my internal clock is going and I'm like, okay, come on, let's go. Come on. I'm starting to act like a crack junkie. It's like, are we going now? Are we can we get going? Like, are we like, I'm just getting wound up and I want to go.
I know. I get like,
you're the same way.
Like that every day. Like I can't, like I was talking to Sterling and, I was like, I don't know, man, when I'm sitting, like I can do a 34 because I do need to rest and I have some things to do.
Yeah.
But it's like when I'm sitting and it's because it is mentally like because I can't get a load or whatever, like I'm messed up. Like it's like I gotta fly. Like you gotta let me out.
Yeah. Shannon, I'm the same way. I am the exact same way. I hate to sit. You know, I hate to idle my truck because I'm burning fuel while I'm not making money. Like I'm that's how cheap I am.
Yeah.
Right? And that's how tight I keep my expenses. Every hour that I idle my truck costs me X amount of dollars, and that goes against my revenue of my running revenue. And it's like, oh my God, it just cost me $12 today. Damn, I gotta go to work. It's like,
I know it's like to me it's like it's not as drastic as it feels when you're going through it, but it's like I'm sitting here bleeding to death. Like
yeah. Well, we make it worse than it is, right?
Yeah.
You'll hear guys go, yeah, I'm just bleeding money left, right, and center. It's like, well, not really, you know. It's not bad. It's more my boredom. And like all the guys in the shop, everybody just went home. Yeah. Right? So everybody's gone. There's a couple other drivers and they've all tootled back to their trucks. So it's okay for the rest of the day. It's, you know, you sit around and pick your nose and watch YouTube. And I might actually.
It's a certain kind of hell because you're like, I need to be working right now.
Yeah. Well, the good thing is they've got 4 or 5 pickup trucks here and the keys are available to us. And I'm only like not even 20 minutes into Winnipeg. So if I'm really bored, I can probably go grab a movie.
Yeah.
You know, I can go probably go into Winnipeg and there's probably a theater somewhere. I can go watch a movie or one of the other drivers that I came up with here, Jeremy, he's going to be back here probably about an hour or so. So at least I'll have someone to talk to and we might both, you know, grab a truck and go into town and grab some dinner or something like that. But you know what?
Dinner, like, and you know, try to make the best out of it while you're waiting. You know.
At the end of the day, I just want to go to work. Like, you think I was asking for too much, but I just want to go to work.
You want to do what you came there to do.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. That's
my mentality. Like, if I'm out here away from my family, like, I want to be working like every second. Like, you know.
Well, you're right, and I was talking with Dar earlier, and we were just talking about it because Dar gets frustrated with the business sometimes that if I'm sitting around waiting for a load or this or that, she takes that and she goes, well, Jesus Christ, why'd you leave so early for? You could have spent another half a day at home. And she's right? But now I'm out here and I've only done one trip up onto the ice road and I've been sitting around for 3 days, all totaled. So now, of course, she's doing you know, you could have been at home. You could have been leaving now and going out for next week. What you did, and it's like, you know, they didn't know how these guys didn't know. They brought us out here.
No, it's like waiting for your truck to get repaired, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Tomorrow. Oh, it'll be tomorrow.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, you've been sitting there for 3 weeks. Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
I have to bring to our attention to Snorlord because he's in the house, and he says that he was live today. Did we miss your live, Snorlord?
I might have missed it. I was there was a meeting that I had to go into this morning with for the drivers meeting and shit like that. So I think I missed Steve this morning. Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to check my notifications, but he says he's in all caps. I'm losing my mind. I guess I can show these. There you go. He says I was live. He lost his marbles. There you go. It's in writing. And my happy thought would get me in trouble, he says. He says he says that I see the ice road trucking is the same as regular trucking. Hurry up and wait.
Yeah. Well, it is right now, but once we get up there and we start working, we're logbook exempt. So it's going to be every day. Like you are going to work every day. There's no logbooks. There's no rules. You're logbook exempt. So once this, dog and pony show gets rolling, it doesn't turn off until the snow melts. So
Right.
I don't mind. Actually, I'll be honest with you. I don't mind, having a day right now or maybe two, because once I start working, I'm going to do my best that, I'm going to go as many days as I can. I'm not working like 6 days or 5 days and then taking a couple days. F that. I came up here for money, right?
Yeah,
I'm up here to,
man. Like, go freaking just. Like
I'm up here to bank. So I will go, I'll go as many days as I can responsibly go. And then if I need to take a day off to recharge and reset myself, and then I'm going to do it again. So when the firing pistol goes off, the starting pistol goes off, we're going to go to work. It's just, right now, it's just the weather's hurting us. It's not I can't blame a broker. I can't blame a dispatcher. I can't blame, my truck's broken. Nothing. There's the bloody weather.
Yeah. Well,
what do you do?
You hang out, man. We just get on this thing and we hang out while we gotta wait. Like, that's the only reason I'm on so long today. I'm like, I was able to meet my broker today, and they literally came and got me and took me to the casino. So that I had some fun today, and then
that's cool.
And I hung out with Dee Dee and took care of her, and I got my truck cleaned this morning when I got up first thing in the morning. So I'm like, okay, I guess people are gonna get to hang out with me today. So I just kind of didn't put no time limits on it. But then they came and got me, and that was actually, I didn't know that was gonna happen. And so I just came right back to hang out while I got the rest of the day. I'm not saying I'm gonna be on here the rest of the day, but I'm like, well, let's just hang out for a while, and people can come in and out and see what's up. So
yeah, right on.
So,
yeah. But it's nice. It's nice to see that you got out of your truck, and But I do have a question. When you leave the truck, say you went to the casino, what does Dee Dee do? You crate her up, and she's okay while you're out of the truck. Yeah.
I started crate training her immediately, and so that's her happy place, and that's where she eats. So she doesn't go to the bathroom in there or nothing like that. She won't go to the bathroom in the truck anyways at all. But I don't got to worry about anything. Like, she's gonna hang tight in there until I get back. So I was only gone 3 hours, and that's probably the longest I've been away from her.
Yeah.
And she was fine. She was just laying there like chilling and like peeking for, is that me coming in the door?
Yeah.
And I got her out immediately and just acted like nothing happened and took her outside for a walk, and she was good.
Right on.
So Dar says, shh, don't talk about that. What is Dar talking about?
I don't know. Snorlord's asking if I have to idle. Right now, I don't really have to idle, but like I've got the battery pack APU. So with the heat on, in my truck, my batteries will last me. My bunk heater will last me 14 hours. Right, and then I have to run my truck for an hour and a half, like 90 minutes, to recharge those batteries, and then I'll get another 14 hours. So basically, every 24 hours, I have to idle my truck for about 90 minutes, maybe 2 hours, and I'm good with that.
Okay. Look at this. What's going on here? Snorlord says I went live before Shannon. I did miss Snorlord's live, and then I went live when
he doesn't seem too happy. Have you ever seen Snorlord pissed off? I've never seen him lose his shit yet. Have you?
No, but I've never crossed the lines of number one fan ethics either with him. So
well, it sounds by the chats, it sounds like he's got a bit of a bee in his bonnet here. That you and I weren't in his live this morning, or we didn't pop our heads in and say hi.
I'm feeling him. He's like, what the hell, you guys? Like, I really didn't know.
Yeah, a little aggressive there, Snorlord.
He's got some whoop ass in his can today.
Come on, Snorlord, open up that can of whoop ass, son. Bring it on.
Oh, dude, look, he was even in the truck. I was angry. He was angry. He said he lost his marbles. Oh man. You want to come in and do a reenactment?
Yeah, come on in and let's see that, Steve. I'd love to see that. That would be awesome.
You're up in Trucker Josh's neck of the north wheel burner. he says.
Am I? Yeah, actually, yes, I am. I think he's out of Winnipeg.
Dodie's in the house giving hugs and kisses. Look at this. He says aggression turns the screw.
Somebody give that man a sandwich.
Yeah, right. So yeah, I feel terrible that how could I ever miss one of his live? But now I want to know, because I always get excited when he gets in the truck, or if he's like playing the guitar, or doing the drums or whatever. I always get like super excited, or taking a walk or whatever, like whatever other. And I really love his porch on the Snorlord OG channel, like his porch talks, right?
Yeah.
My favorite. Those are absolutely my favorite. But yeah, so we missed the truck. And if he really did get pissed off, which we don't know yet because we haven't seen it yet, I'm like even intrigued. Like, is it because of the truck? Because the truck was in the shop, Brian. Did you know that his truck?
Yeah, I knew his truck was in the shop. Yeah.
Okay, so my question is, like, is it because of the truck, or was he that pissed off that we weren't in there?
I don't know. I don't know. I think he might actually be a little too mad to come in. He doesn't want to show his aggression on the screen.
No, Snorlord, you don't want to hit the link and bitch us out in public or nothing. I'm inviting it. Like, if you're welcome to.
Let's work it out. Come on, Steve. Let's come on in and let's talk about this.
Yeah.
Let's discuss our feelings, and we can work through this like professional truck driving idiots.
He says
truck
truck
is back in the shop.
Do you want to come in, Snorlord? Can you? Can you?
tell us how you're truly feeling there, Snorlord.
Yes. Let's talk about the truck in the shop.
Let's talk about this.
Yeah, let's we'd like to know how you feel right now.
Yeah.
Dar says that shitty Snorlord. He says, I got alerts at the same time for you and Steve. Oh, it's my bad. Because
Shannon, that means you walked on Snorlord. That's 7 years bad. That's 7 years bad luck, babe. You're screwed.
No, I can't do something. I would never do that, Snorlord. I would never do that knowingly. I took Dee Dee for a walk, and as soon as like she hit the floor and passed out, oh shit. Here we go.
Oh yeah, baby.
I'm not mad that you guys were in my life. No, I was in the truck. So here's what I've been dealing with, right? So I took the Kenworth over to Kenworth, and yeah, hold on. This is not my normal setup. Anyways, I took the Kenworth over. I got out of the shop and I had the red air thing fixed, right? Because I heard air leaking around it. Now, this is partially on me. I didn't hear any air leaks anywhere else. So I went into Kenworth and said, hey, whenever I'm hooked up to a trailer, which I haven't been hooked up to a trailer in almost, 8 months. So didn't realize this was a problem until I pulled 2 trailers this past couple of weeks. So I get to Kenworth, pick up my truck. They replaced the red valve. They replaced both valves inside the cab. Like, cool. So meanwhile, there's this trailer tracker thing that I put on my trailer that needed a new battery. So I had to deal with that. So I go out to get my trailer and I hook it up. And sure enough, I still hear a leak after spending like stupid money, right? I got this free hat though. Check it out. I got this cool, expensive Kenworth hat. It was kind of funny. She's like, "Oh, here's your bill." I'm like, "Okay, does that come with a free hat?" She's like, "Sure." So I think it was the beard. Chicks were impressed by that.
Right?
Oh yeah, yeah. That works every time, Steve. Yeah.
So, anyways, so now I'm mad, and then I'm dealing with the batteries of my trailer tracker thing, and I'm changing them out, and the screws are getting stripped out. A piece of metal goes in my eye. It was just a mess, right? And so finally I get that done. I go back to Kenworth, and I figured out where the air leak was. So it's the hose that fits into the firewall. So I went live kind of griping about that while I waited for my son to pick me up. So
Oh, okay.
that's what happened. So no, I'm not mad because you guys were live. I can care
well,
less.
just so you know,
You're just
Shannon
trying to
called
put
me
YouTube
just
on.
beforehand. She called and told me that she planned on walking on you anyway. So
I was like, okay, this is the plan.
yeah,
As soon as Snorler jumps online, we're gonna go live.
yeah. Oh yeah, it was planned right from the beginning.
No.
Nice friend I am. I threw her right under the bus. Didn't even think about it.
I wasn't, you know, I didn't even do that. I've ended my lives before when he goes online. I'm like, I tell everybody like, you guys, they either if Jeff went live or somebody like, or Cash goes live, like hey, these guys just went live, or Wheelburner goes live, or whatever. I'm like, we're gonna end this. Everybody go over there. I'm that person, you know.
Well,
Here, I think it's conspiracy because I used to go live on Saturday nights, and then Wheelburner started taking that spot. So
no, you didn't. Well, dude, let's face it. You get five shows a week during the week. I take one during I do one a week, and you're griping about it.
I'm just kidding. Gosh,
Get over it, there, Big Beard.
You're easily triggered. Jeez.
Yeah, I am. I'm sitting in a truck, not making any money.
Yeah, he's a little sensitive right now. He's a little bit sensitive.
Well, I mean, according to the TV show Ice Road Truckers, it's like all kinds of action. What's up with that? Were they lying?
No, it's the weather. We got sidetracked by the weather, man. I mean, everything's ready to go. We're just waiting for it to get cold. Like, if it got any goddamn warmer, I'd put my shorts on, Steve. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it is pretty warm. You said
it
30 something or 40 something?
I don't know what it is in Fahrenheit, but it's only like minus 3 or minus 4 here right now, Celsius. And that's not enough. That's not enough. You can't run 80 tons or 80,000 pounds, 40 tons. You can't run that across roads that are, -5, -6. Those roads have to be at sustained temperatures of -30 to -35.
Yeah.
Since when do we sit around and wait for it to get colder? Like,
I'm making ice cubes in my little fridge here as fast as I can, but it's just not helping.
Well, my thinking is that if I had to drive on ice by choice, I would want it as cold as possible. So
yes. Yeah. The colder the ice is, the colder it is, the better the traction you have, believe it or not. Right? As soon as it starts to warm up, any kind of moisture gets onto it, it becomes slippery and slick. So you want your temperature, you want your ice temperature to be at a sustained level of anywhere between -18 and -30. But they need -30 sustained to get the road so that it's ready to go, and then it can take the beating as you start to wear it down, right?
Is there any minimum if it doesn't get cold enough? Like, you're not just up there.
The lakes themselves, all the lakes that we have to cross, they have the thickness of the ice for that. That's fine, right? They've got 32 inches of ice, and that's what they wanted. So the ice itself on the lakes is fine. It's just the actual roads, because some of these loads that we're going to be pulling are 135,000 pound loads. So if you're dragging that across the road itself that they have built, if the snow isn't cold enough, it'll just tear it up.
Wow.
Yeah, something is right. Yeah, Mother Nature is our Zamboni. Exactly. But they're estimating. They're looking at what is it? It's not the weather network. These guys are plugged into some other weather having to do with the government. So they've got some kind of satellite or something. But anyway, they're just saying that starting tonight, the temperatures are going to start dropping again, and by Monday we should all be going up there, and by Tuesday morning we should be on the ice and driving and working.
Are you guys driving at night just for the extra cool temperature?
Yes, they've already told us that if they can't get the temperatures they need during the day, then yeah, they will turn the whole operation around and it'll be a nighttime driving operation.
Seems like that would make more sense just because
it does. But remember, Shannon, there's no street lights. You know, there's
yeah,
no.
But I mean, wherever we are, the temperature drops at night usually, right? Unless
Yes.
you're in down south.
Yeah.
But yeah. So that just seems like it made more sense, like the coldest point of the day, right?
Yeah. Some of the stuff you have no choice. It has to go during the day, just because of the sheer size, the dimensions. You know, you're gonna have tuggers, you know, working with some of these other tractors, like these tri-drive tractors. You know, they're gonna have a tugger on the front and a tugger on the back as well, pushing some of these loads and getting them up and down some of these grades and like all that. So that kind of stuff has to be done during the day, right? Where everybody can see everything that's going on. But like anything that I'll be doing can probably be done at night.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't care. I just want to go to work. I don't care if it's during the day. I don't care if it's in the night. I don't care if it's just. I want to go to work.
Yeah. I understand. I'd be pulling my hair out, like, you know.
I didn't come all this way for my dashing good looks and health.
Right. I get like that on the weekend. So if I take I take my 34 like Friday night, Saturday, right? And then when I know that my clock is ready and I don't have to go until Monday, that's like I kind of freak out on Sundays.
Yeah. I'm the same way. When I'm doing my 36, and if I'm on the road and I'm doing my 36, I time my sleeping so that at the end of my 36, I wake up, turn the truck on, and go to work right away.
Yeah.
Right? That's how I time it. So, you know, basically, I try to sleep away as much of the time as possible. That way, it goes by faster. Doesn't always work out that way, though. I can't do a lot of sleeping here today, right? Like I'm gonna, when I'm done with you here, I'm probably gonna lay down and have a nap. But what? Just so I can get up and look out the window some more, and then maybe have another nap later this afternoon.
Right. You gotta walk. I mean, it's cold there. No, never mind.
Well, no. I've been walking. Believe it or not, I have been walking. I've been doing quite a bit of walking, just around the yard, looking at stuff. They've got trailer configurations up here. Even with all the experience I have with the heavy haul and the oversize, they've got some trailer configurations up here that I've never even seen before. Like shit that I have never even seen before. This company here, that if they get a contract to move something and they don't have the piece of equipment, they'll build it. They have another facility that they'll build the actual trailer to do it. So they've got stuff out in the back out there that is just phenomenal, like levers and gauges and this and that. And I'm trying to follow where everything goes and how because it's all hooked up, and I'm trying to figure it out. It's like I'd need like a weekend lesson on how to operate that trailer. Some of this stuff is so impressive. So impressive.
Are you able to take pictures of it?
Actually, that kind of stuff I can, because they're just trailers and basically like frames and shit like that. I can probably go around and take some pictures of that, because there's no freight on top of it. It's stuff that they're not using right now.
That would be interesting to see.
You know, it's really cool when you see them pulling those windmills, and you know, there's the tractor, and then there's there's a Jeep, and then there's the actual trailer part itself, and another Jeep, and then another set of axles, they've got stuff up here that makes that shit look like it's like you're pulling a regular trailer.
Wow.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I wouldn't know what to do with it. If the guy said, go hook onto that and bring it around the side of the shop, I'd look at him like a monkey doing a math problem. Like, I don't know. Like, what do you want me to do with that?
So, Snorler, when are you supposed to get your truck back?
I told them they can get it done by Monday. It's not a big deal.
Okay.
I've got too many trucks to dispatch next week, that I can't really run anything.
Right.
So we'll see. I don't know. There might be something I can pop up.
I think I missed something.
Yeah.
In one of your lives, I think I missed. Like, are you going back on the road for a bit? Are you going to go back? Are you taking the truck back out and doing some work on the road, or are you just doing maintenance on it?
Both. So so basically, I need the truck ready just in case Jeff needs me to rescue a trailer or rescue a load.
Right.
So it's been sitting a minute. So I decided to get a few things taken care of. I knew I had an air leak somewhere or a couple of them, so I wanted to get that done because that's a DOT thing.
Right.
And but no, I'm always kind of looking to see if there's something I could do around here. So if dispatch becomes light, because since everything I dispatch is off the spot market and people have, their trucks break down or they got different times that they're at home, I want to be able to run my truck to make some extra money,
Right.
just in case dispatch is light. And so I needed to get the truck ready. I needed a DOT done on the trailer. And so I had to take care of all that. And then doing that, I found a couple other problems. And so we're solving those. And then the air leak was just, hopefully this will fix all the air leaks.
Right.
So.
Okay. So you basically just put it in for like the maintenance, everything. Let's get it all cleaned up. And in the event I need it, it's ready to go.
Yeah. That way I can jump in it and go if needed, because there has been a couple of times where Jeff's called me and like, hey, I need you to go rescue this load for so-and-so because, their truck's broken down or, and we don't want to lose our broker contact. So if they're in the area, and then we do have an empty trailer here. So I need to move that around and all that. So it wouldn't look good if the safety guy, got DOT'd and got rode up for something. So
right.
we got to make sure
that would
stuff's
definitely
right.
look bad, eh?
Huh?
Yeah, that would definitely look bad. Yeah, the safety guy takes a hit. Yeah.
Yep. So, but no, the idea is that I could be able to do all three jobs, and but every time I think I'm going to be able to, do a couple of runs, there's no freight in my area, or I'll get a surprise call from a driver to, hey, I need you to dispatch me, and then I'm, so it's this weird limbo. It gets kind of frustrating because. The truck's costing me money, and I was just, when I went live, really, I was just frustrated with the fact that 2-3 people couldn't catch this air leak, and it just caused a lot of back and forth, a lot of wasted fuel, so.
Sure.
One of those deals.
That's irritating, frustrating.
But I got this cool brand new Kenworth hat. So
I think you should raffle it off
for the amount of money that we as owner operators spend at these dealerships. I swear to God, every time I pull my truck in, they should be throwing a hat, a jacket, a coffee cup. They should be throwing something at you, right? They give you the bill and they give you a smile. It's like no. I'll take that hat. I'll take that. I know the Kenworth's got some really well. So the Kenworth dealership up by me, they got these gorgeous leather jackets.
Mm-hmm.
Right, but they're $800. Do you really think I'm giving you $800 for a leather jacket after you just gave me a $10,000 fucking truck bill? That's not happening.
Yeah,
that's not happening.
Yeah, you can throw in the jacket. Thank you.
Yeah, you can throw the jacket in. They're gorgeous though. Like they're beautiful, beautiful black leather jackets. Beautiful Kenworth emblem on the back and the little
It better be for $800 too.
Yeah, for $800, it better make me breakfast in the morning. That jacket better for $800.
Seriously.
I would never spend $800 on anything like that. I think.
Oh, neither would I.
Yeah,
no, neither would I. Well, that's $800 Canadian, so you're probably about $650 American, but still.
I've never. I think there was one jacket I paid $200 for. That was it. Yeah. It was like a biker leather jacket.
Me too. My son-in-law, God bless this kid. He's one of the craftiest kids I've ever. He's well dressed. I mean, he's very well dressed, and he buys everything at thrift shops. I mean, he goes in and he comes out with this really nice plaid shirt and button-down shirt, $7. I'm like, what? $7.
I'll tell you an interesting story. So we were one of the death metal bands I was in. We opened up for a band called Blackbone, and they were playing their last show of the tour here in Springfield, and they were out of Memphis, Tennessee. And so a lot of their girlfriends and family came up to see the show to kind of welcome them back home. And the singer was dressed very snazzy. I mean, he was like to the nines, and he told us that whenever they go on tour, that they hit every thrift store that they can, and he buys the nicest clothes,
Yeah.
For super cheap. And and that guy, so that band broke up, and then him and the bass player started that band Saliva. Have you heard of Saliva?
No.
Yeah, they're big here in the States. They're kind of that new metal kind of jumpy stuff, but
Yeah.
but yeah, I always think of that when I think of thrift store clothes. So, here around here, the thrift stores are almost more expensive than you can buy new at Walmart.
Oh,
It's getting
really?
stupid. Oh yeah.
Oh,
it's
not
getting
here, not
stupid.
here. I mean, if you go into Mike's closet, my son-in-law's closet, you could burn everything he owns, and he's maybe out $100. Everything he owns, you could throw out everything, burn it all, and he's out $100. But like I said, he's in there probably once a week, and he's coming out with stuff that just, I don't know, and it's brand name stuff. Like he comes out with a pair of Levi 501 Levi's, and he paid $16 for them.
Somebody spent the $500 on the jeans already. Like,
that's right.
Yeah.
So you can't fault the kid, and he's better dressed than I am, for Christ's sake, and he spends nothing. He spends absolutely nothing. I wish my daughters would have been like that. God, man, I'd be retired 10 years ago.
I mean, we did it. We did what we could. But I mean, a lot of around where I live, like a lot of the clothes were just crappy. Like we really went there when we had to have, like when I had to have suits for work, or when we had to have something like, that was going to cost a little bit of money, like dress pants or whatever, for job interviews, things like that. We got stuff from there. I got pretty lucky most of the time.
Yeah.
I've only worn a tie twice in my life. Once was for a wedding that wasn't even mine.
Oh.
And the other one was for graduation when I graduated high school. That's it.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
I've actually got a suit. I've got one suit. Right? I think I've worn it maybe half a dozen times. That's it. I've worn a tie. Obviously more than twice, but I've worn a tie a couple of times, but it's not my gig. Like I could never enter the corporate world where I had to, wear a tie and a jacket and, shit like that. I couldn't do that.
If I did that, I'd still be a t-shirt and jeans. Like, when Elon Musk went into Twitter headquarters, he was wearing like a black t-shirt and jeans. I'm like, yeah. That's the kind of billionaire I'd be.
Yeah. Well, exactly.
Oh.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like
that's how he goes to work. That's how he goes to work every day, eh?
Yeah.
Every single day, Elon Musk. That's how he goes to work every single day. He puts on a pair of jeans, or a pair of sweatpants, and a black or a white tee or a gray t-shirt. And it's like, yeah, richest man in the world, running billion-dollar companies, and that's how he rolls. But like, are you who that works for him is going to say, well, Mr. Musk, you need to go home and change your clothes, right?
Right.
But like Bill Gates is that way. The Facebook dude is that way. Like they all just wear their sneakers and their jeans, and it's all good.
That's because they don't have anybody. They don't have anybody to impress.
No.
Right? Like when they're in a business meeting, it's because people are coming to them, not because they're going to impress anybody. Mm-hmm. Elon Musk does not have to impress. He could walk into the White House in a pair of running shoes and jeans, and nobody's going to say jack to him.
No, that's
right?
true. No,
so,
and just say, "Excuse me, Mr. Musk. That's a dress code. We can't let you in here."
I don't think so, right? So, like that's when you've got buku. That's called buku. There's another word for it. I call it buku money, but there's FU money, and that's what that is. They can do.
I was going to say, I call it FU money.
It's FU money. Right.
I'm rich, I'll just wear this shirt all the time.
Yeah.
Hey, like that.
Hey, Shannon, you've got Snorlord and Wheelburner both here, and you're not wearing any of our merch.
I don't have any wheel burner stuff.
I asked you for your address. Did you send it to me?
Yeah.
I
emailed
thought
it.
today I would show off my best boss coffee cup. Okay, this is what today was about. No, I did. I'll be honest with you. Like, I did the laundry yesterday, and for some reason my Snorlord shirt is not in the load, and so now I'm like, where the hell in my truck did my Snorlord shirt fall at? Because I wore it. Like, I wore it till it was dirty, and so I know it was supposed to be in that load. And now I've got to, like, I think it must have fallen behind my fridge. So I didn't put it on because I couldn't locate it.
That's
So
good. That's it. It fell
today.
behind your fridge. Like, give it a rest.
It's somewhere. I mean,
Yeah.
my truck is only so big. Like, it's somewhere, and it's like I can't find it. It's not in my closet. It's not. It was in the load. Like, I wore it for 3 damn days, or 4 or 5, or something like that. So I have to locate it. You know.
So Shannon, have you showed up at a customer and they're like, "What the hell does that mean on your T-shirt?"
No, nobody's really said. Nobody just gives a shit, except that they gotta wait on you and ask you this and this and that, and then you're done. So.
Oh, actually, Shannon, did you get our shirt? I guess you haven't, because you haven't been home.
I haven't been home since Christmas, so no.
Okay, it's there waiting for you, because we shipped it ages ago, so you should have it when you get home.
I will tell you that Dee Dee enjoyed your pen. Oh.
She enjoyed the pen.
The ink pen, yeah, she got.
Yeah, you need another one.
Oh yeah.
All right, it's on its way.
Yeah, okay. So look, it's right here, and it's okay except for she did something to the tip of it where I don't understand what's going on, but it doesn't, like, when you press on it, it doesn't stay anymore. So I've been trying to MacGyver it, but
okay.
She chewed up the end is what I'm getting at. Sorry.
Well, why don't you just ask for a new one, and I'll send you a couple more.
These are the best pins. I mean, I love this right. You have one.
Yeah, I've got a couple. Yeah, I've seen them. Yeah.
It's a nice pen. I like it a lot. But now she freaking jacked it all up. So I have to use some.
My Snorlord shirt didn't make it in the truck with me. I wore it the last day before I went out, because I did a live, so it went into the laundry and it didn't get packed into the truck. So sorry, brother, I didn't bring the shirt.
With Both Feet says I need a Snorlord shirt. The letters on the back are fading after a couple dozen washes. Don't dry them on high. Yeah, you don't want to. Any of your shirts that have like printing, like I don't know what kind of printing it's called, but anything that has it, you should always either dry them on low or air dry them. Just saying. Look who's in here. Real men.
I figured 3 beards were better than 2, so.
There we go.
Yeah.
What's going on, TJ?
What's going on, everybody?
How do I get the comments off the screen?
Just it'll sit on the side. It should say hit hide comment.
Just
Hey,
click on the
Wilbur, I
same
got the
comment.
sticker and pin today. Appreciate it, brother.
You got her?
Yeah, I got her today. Yep.
Thanks. No, glad you like it.
What's going on,
Shannon,
Snorlord? What's up with
click
you?
on one of the comments. Shannon, just click on one of the comments. It should take that off the
There
screen.
you go.
Click on the same one twice.
Oh,
There you
there.
go.
That's what I wanted with everybody's names on here. Okay. All right. Yeah. What's happening? Real men have.
Yep. Now we got the 3 wise men in here. Now we got.
Well, now I think you're getting carried away there, brother.
Geez. So,
I can edit. What should I put down for Snorlord?
oh, you're gonna change the name?
I haven't done that yet. I haven't done the title where you can put the person's title underneath their name.
You can take off that with StreamYard thing. You know that, right? Because that's literally hiding your face.
Yeah, it is actually.
How do I do that?
I don't know how to do that. How do you do that, Steve?
Hold on a second.
You can take that off, and you can pick off the powered by StreamYard as well. I think. I know.
I know you can take the powered by StreamYard off, but I've never seen the live with StreamYard.
Yeah, that's some nice sticker material. That's nice.
That's heavy duty vinyl,
yeah,
man.
it's nice. Yeah.
Oh, Star-Lord needs one of those for his truck, by the way.
Oh yeah, like Snorlord's gonna put that on his truck. The good
I
thing
live on
is,
a dead end
TJ,
street. Not too many people would see that sticker on that truck.
when you put that on your truck, or when you put that on, TJ, if for any reason you ever need to take it off, it just peels off and then you can put it back on. It's reusable. It doesn't go on. It doesn't stick on with glue. So if you put it on or whatever reason you want to take it off, you just take it off.
Yeah, I'll put it on my I'll put it on my sliding window on my pickup.
It's heavy gauge vinyl, so it's
it's
really
nice.
durable.
The first thing I did was like, man, that's heavy duty.
Yeah.
So
It was the overlay. I had clicked on the StreamYard overlay. That's why it was on there, just in case anyone
that's
wants
better. Well, we can finally see you. I've been looking at you from the neck down.
I'm sorry. I thought it was just like you can see me, but I don't know what I was thinking. I didn't. I was probably talking like this too, like trying to get around it. So what's happening there, sir? How are you? I like the real men have curves thing. That's
oh, no, thank you.
That's the picture. I was kind of digging the picture.
I don't know what. A friend of ours put that on Facebook, and I just like, yeah, that's perfect, just for the whatever we want to do at the time.
Pop it up there again. I want to see that again.
Well, that's.
Yeah, I can dig it.
That's kind of, you can barely see it. It's not all of it, but.
That is sexy. That is sexy as hell.
Isn't it, though?
That's funny.
Snorla's like, that's gay as hell.
Hey, it's official. The dad bod is in, man.
Yeah, it is.
It is. That's a fact.
It is. I've decided that I've reached that perfect weight. I'm not losing any more weight because I don't want to get any less sexy than I already am.
I didn't realize I saw your
peak. I've reached the peak of sexiness for the dad bod, and this is where I'm staying, right where I'm at.
Well, when you were in Manitoba and you hooked up with the, I call him the wheelbarrow dude because he was, never mind. Long story short, he took some pictures in a wheelbarrow, but I didn't realize how tiny he was. He's a tiny little guy, isn't he?
TJ, a fart would blow him over.
Wow, he's real tiny. I thought he was like
small.
6 foot. He's like 5'5". He's tiny.
I didn't even recognize him. We walked into the restaurant and I was paying the bill and I turned around and I looked down and I thought I was looking at one of those guys from like a Hobbit or something. Like he's so small and he's got a big beard. And actually Sandra is taller than he is, I think. And she's bigger than he is, yeah. And like if he stood sideways and stuck out his tongue, he'd look like a zipper. He's so skinny. There's nothing to him.
Yeah, he's pretty small.
I pictured Robin like at least 6 foot or something.
No, Shannon, he's like 5'5", 5'6", around there. His head, the top of his head came like up to here on me.
Yeah, you see the picture. He's like to your shoulder or less. Yeah.
He's tiny.
Yeah,
there's nothing to him.
That's
but
funny.
he's really a really wiry little dude, eh? Like he's
he did mention he climbs, I don't know, he did some of stoves or built stoves or climbed fireplaces or something like that, didn't he?
I don't know. He does everything.
So now you got the 3 wizards in here. You got Will Burner the white, Snorlord the gray, and TJ the brown.
Oh yeah.
Snorlord, are you putting do you got the black things going down? Like, let's get a beard. Get your hand out of the way. Yeah, what's going on there? Is that natural or are you?
That's natural.
Yeah.
I am number one. I'm not the guy to do the manscaping thing. I'm not the guy that's going to put like spray or mousse. I do put beard oil.
That's all I use. Beard oil.
There's no coloring.
Beard butter sometimes.
Yeah.
Very rarely. Most times it's beard oil.
Yeah. There's no coloring.
And shininess of it. Yeah.
You're just getting cooler. Like I can't even handle it. You're just getting cooler. Like that looks really cool. Like that now that I didn't notice
Gandalf the Grey, baby. Snorlord the Grey.
Dude, you know what Snorlord has on his beard now, that's what I was at 5 years ago. Right, 5 years. In 5
you
years,
have
I
the-
went from
did you have
in
the
5
highlight?
years I went from Snorlord to this in 5 years.
Oh,
Now
yeah.
there's not a single like every if you look at my mustache, there's still a little bit of brown in there,
little
but the
bit.
rest of it is pure white. There's not
Yeah,
a
it's
single
white.
brown hair in there. And there's young
Oh, you
TJ.
go
There's
from-
young
you go
TJ.
from Gandalf the
I got
Grey.
gray right here, but that's about it. The rest of it's brown, red.
I'll go from Gandalf the Grey to Gandalf the White. So it'll be all right.
Yeah.
But TJ, how old are you? You're the same age as I am, are you not? You're
I'm 50,
53,
I'm 55.
55, yeah.
I gotta pee, so talk so much yourself. I
All
gotta
right,
take a
Dan.
break. Keep going. Keep it going. You're doing great.
You're probably right next to the truck stop, ain't you? Or oh,
She threw herself out.
she'll be back when she is.
There she
I
goes.
to put my avatar up there, and I blew it. There we
There
go.
you
There you
Okay.
go.
I just don't want you to see me like peeing in the bottle, okay?
Well, we didn't even need to know you were doing that. For all we knew, we thought you were going to the. All you had to do, Shannon,
No,
was open the door and close it. We would have thought you got out.
Some people look, you go live a bunch on YouTube. Some people just get a little bit too comfortable with the
Yeah.
information they share on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
But I have to shock you once in a while. It just, you know what I mean? So I'm not completely boring. Like I'll say
Yep.
something off color every great once in a while.
But there it is.
See if you're paying attention.
There it is right there. A typical woman, eh? Like my wife goes and sits on the toilet and has a pee, and she's still talking 200 miles an hour, right? I could be 3 rooms over, and she's still talking to me when she's at the other end of the house sitting on the toilet having a pee. Shannon's no different. She's sitting there having a pee. Chit, 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 yeah.
Yeah, well, we're multitasking.
See?
You know?
See? You're proving my point.
Yeah.
See, you know how,
It's our
you know how like in Britain they use the wax, they'll put the wax dripping on there on the letter, and then they'll put their emblem in there or whatever.
Yeah.
That's what Will Butter did on his letter. That's his seal of something.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
Damn, we got
Nothing,
me beat on
nothing
the
but the
merch.
best for my subscribers, man. Nothing but the best.
That's the official wheel burner seal.
I
No,
can't imagine what it costs to ship it.
Well, the whole merch thing is new to me. I need to make some
Yeah.
stickers and pass them out at Matt's. And I think I want to get the bigger coffee mugs. I think I'd rather
So do
get the
I.
bigger ones.
Like I use Spring. Do you use Spring, Steve?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now the coffee mugs are garbage,
Oh, okay.
right? And so are like here. I'll show you something. I was so disappointed in this.
My
Right?
coffee
Miller, do you have the cup in
Like
is it only in the
that's
green writing or is it in red or blue?
That's the
Can you get it in
coffee
blue?
there. And look how tiny it is. Like this thing it's small. It's not a full-sized cup. It looks bigger in on the screen there than it really is, but it's really like there's my hand holding it.
Oh
And
wow.
that's if you order that from my site on Spring, that's what you get. And I don't want that, right? I wanted the full size,
Like
like a
16, 18 ounces,
regular travel mug, and that's what I wanted. And I've noticed a couple of things have been disappointing. So we took them off. Like that sticker that you got there, TJ, that's not off our site. That's a personal thing that we have made.
Mhm.
The pens, same as the pens, like that kind of stuff. It's not off our site. They're personal things we got made. Dar's got a deal right now. She's got these really nice keychains coming that we're having like custom made, and they're all handmade and individual made and shit like that. Because the Spring stuff, I started to unless you're buying like a hoodie or a T-shirt or something like that, it's okay. But any of the other stuff, it's lack of a better term, it's cheap.
Yeah.
Right. It's really not that good. I'm not that crazy about it. So, and we kind of went the way when we first started, and we were going to make our own shirts. Right. We have the stuff at home so we can, to press our own shirts and to make them and all that kind of shit. And it's just not worth it. Dollars and cents wise, it's just not worth it to do it. The shipping was killing us.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
For us to ship it because 90% of everything that gets sold goes to the U.S.
Yeah, that's why I decided to use Teespring. It's funny. Years ago, when Trucker's Coach started doing T-shirts, I warned him. I said, "Dude, I mean, because I did it in the band, right? The band, we had to manage all those shirts, and I told him it was going to be a bear. And same thing with James Best. I told him, I said, dude, you want to use a drop ship for those T-shirts, man. You're not going to want to print 100 shirts and then go to the post office and spend a couple $100 just to send the stuff out.
Dude,
That's why I went with Teespring. So I'm lazy.
Now, can you get your mug, Snorlord? Can you get your mug in blue, like a black cup with blue writing instead of green?
No, the green logo. I've only got 3 colors of the logo: white, green, and black.
Yeah, I like the green.
I didn't want a white.
My blue is my favorite color, so that's why I was asking.
Yeah, the T-shirts.
I like that.
The T-shirts in regular people size is the green logo. If you're fat, then the white logo.
Hold on, let me get these hats. Snorlord, hold on a second.
That's my question. Have you researched? I should ask this to Dar. Dar, have you researched other suppliers?
Snorlord?
Or Snorlord, have you guys researched other suppliers?
I have.
I forgot to ask you, brother. Which one would you want? This one? Both of you, Wilburner or Snorlord. Which one would you want? You want this? And all 3 of you. Just let me know if you guys want one.
I want that gray one. I like that gray one. The dark. Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that one. TJ, I'll take the solid color one.
Yeah, those are cool.
You this one?
Yeah, if you want to put my logo on that, just let me know where to send you the money. I'll send you the money for that.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, these were the best ones. A lot of people, most everybody picked this one because it has the flex fit and the snapback. This one's just a snapback, but I wear this one because I just like the look of it more than this one. And so yeah, Snorlord, I'll text if you want to text me your address, and I got Wilburners here. So Shannon, if you want one, just you can send Snorlord your text or whatever, or if you don't mind.
TJ, I got to figure out how to pay you for it because I don't have.
No, it's on me, man. It's on me.
No, you don't have to do that, brother. I'll pay you for it.
No, that's why I bought them for. I've been just trying to see if I can make some money back, but that's what I bought them for, is to give away.
Wow, I appreciate gracious of you. Thank you.
Hats. Like, oh, Snorlord, God dang it! I need a hat to complete my ensemble. Okay.
TJ, who's your hat provider? Is that local or is that, because I tried it on Spring and they didn't like my file.
This is actually through Red Hawk.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got these. I had him personally make them on his embroidery machine.
Oh, okay. So they're embroidered.
Yeah, they're all embroidered. Yeah, so he sent me the thing and we went through together on the hats, because one of the original hats I ordered, the style of hat was out of stock. So I went through and I found this one, and I was like, God damn, that's a cool looking hat, And
that's a good looking
I figured,
hat. I like it.
and they're like, well, you should have got a brighter emblem. And I go, no, that's the point. I want it to kind of blend in, so people actually got to go up and see it and look at it and say, hey, that's badass. So,
I don't want nobody getting that close to me, bro.
So if you guys want to, Shannon, if you know Snorlord's number, text me your address along with his, and I'll get them out.
Number.
I need to send 21 one for his birthday. I forgot to send it. We haven't sent it yet.
Well, TJ, I'll send. Do you have my address?
Yeah, it's on this envelope. Is that your address? I'll just say the P.O. Box one, 64.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that a good one to use?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just use that one.
Yeah.
Now, don't be swatting me, TJ. Now that you have my address.
No, there's 3 plus Steve. Or not Snorlord, but 21. There's 4. Yeah, so this is what'll come. It'll come. It's got the sticker on it and the tag.
Oh, nice.
That's hot. I like
Thank
that.
you.
Yeah. No, you're welcome. We just need the forward.
I'm gonna have to wear somebody's dude. I'm gonna have to do because I still gotta get some DIY merch and some Cash's King merch, but I'm gonna have to do a different.
I had to get that on trade, brother. That was a trade.
I got that hat. I won it in the contest.
I had to do that on a trade.
You know what, TJ? I just thought of something. You're gonna have to let me send you some money, because what it's gonna cost you to get that across the border is probably more than you paid for it.
Oh, I don't want to say how much I paid for it.
I know you don't want to, but I know what it's going to cost you to get it across the border.
What, $10?
Uh,
Because it was
Yeah,
you.
probably
It was about
10, 12
$9.72 coming. What you sent me, so I figured $10.
yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Robert don't
No
like
problem.
hats.
No problem.
What? Back.
Let me see if I got that. Let's see. I got Snore Lords. Is Shannon's on there too, Snore Lords?
Yeah, I'm getting ready to send it.
All right, perfect. We'll get those up. Actually, I still haven't went and seen my mom yet. We're gonna go and give her a Valentine's card and shit and stuff. Sorry, and go push her around the
Are
courtyard.
you doing T-shirts too?
No, just hats. Just hats.
Okay.
I could do, but I didn't see. I think I think hats are more personable. That's my personal opinion. A lot of people wear them, especially truck drivers, and I don't know.
Well, with hats, you can wear the same hat every day. If you wear the same T-shirt every day, people start,
right,
wondering about you.
Yeah.
All right.
Let me tell you what I do with my Snorlord shirt. This is how you wear the same shirt every day. You like this, right? Like this is how I don't get my T-shirts dirty. I wear the long sleeve underneath them, and then that way I can wear the T-shirt until I drip food on it, right? I can keep it going like that, And
So Steve, she uses your shirt as a bib. There you go.
Hey,
I
whatever.
think I finally had to wash it because I was eating something and I got it on there and I was like, okay, this is stupid.
She's had the shirt for 6 months. She's only washed it 4 times.
That's true. That's true.
Hey, so Shannon, let me ask you a question. So when you're at the casino, did you guys go to the buffet?
No, they didn't want to eat. So that was part of the reason. I was almost like, okay, not only did I have to come back and check on my dog, but I was getting hungry. I still haven't eaten yet. But I was thinking we would eat and stuff, but they weren't down for that. So, and honestly, he had to get home and get to bed anyways because he works the overnights. So I wasn't trying to keep them all day or whatever. They were down to go to the next casino, but I don't have the money to play like that. So I was like, no, I'm tapped, so I'm good. And I need to check on the dog anyways and stuff. And now the other broker guy that lives here, these are the guys that I work so closely with lately. And so he lives around here too. And he said if he's around, I'll do dinner with him and his wife later. So that might work out. That's pretty cool. But there was I didn't see no big restaurant action over at this casino. I don't know if you guys have ever been there, but it's the Newcastle Casino in here in Oklahoma. And I didn't see no food action, at least not where we were at, but there's lots of game rooms there. It's huge. Yeah. But I didn't see no food. The bar was closed. I was ready to get a drink. And
Will Burner, can I ask you a real quick question on the zip code that you guys use up there? Is it K0 or KO?
K0.
Okay, got it.
It goes letter, number, letter.
Number, letter, number. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shannon, when you were talking earlier about your day and your trip over to the casino, I was sitting here, obviously watching you, and I'm by myself, and I'm like,
I'll be listening.
Hey, there's got to be a casino. There's enough, native Indian land around here surrounding where and I'm in Winnipeg. I'm like, there's got to be. There's 6 casinos, and I'm sitting there going, well, I got nothing to do, and I was gonna say something, and I'm going, well, I know Dar's watching, right? So if I tried to sneak off to the casino, man, my phone's gonna start going ding, 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 ding. Right? So I might actually grab one of the trucks because there's one. It's like 16 miles from here. So I might go over and
it's something to do if you got a few bucks to play with. Why not? At least it's a place you don't have to go drink, and you know what I mean. You don't have to do all that.
Well, I don't drink, right?
I know that's what I'm saying. It's something else that you can do without because the guys want to go to the bar or whatever. You can do. It's something else you can do.
We do the casino, and we're very we do it often, but unless you're going to Vegas, if we're doing the local casinos around, I go with $200. That's all I take is $200.
I
And
don't
once
even take that much, man. I don't even take that much.
Once
Yeah,
I've won $200, I take the $200 and I give it back to Dar. So now I'm playing with the casino's money, right? So whatever I lose after that, I still walk out at least with my own money. And like, well, you were live last time I was at the casino, right? I was in there. I went in. I was in and out in an hour, and I went in with 200, came out with 8. So
yeah, you know, I mean, I was up and down, so I lasted 3 hours. I think that was all right.
It's for entertainment. Like, you got to be prepared with casinos. If you're gonna go into one, you know, be prepared to walk out with, you know, lose whatever you're taking in. If you're taking in $50,
never gamble with money that you can't afford to lose.
Exactly.
Here's what I do, right? So the first time I ever hit a casino was early in my trucking career. I was talking to a driver that he's one of these guys that makes a ton of money doing the casinos, gets all these comp hotels or whatever. So I was at the Choctaw Casino in Durant, Oklahoma. And I wasn't even the big one. I went in the little one, right? I threw in $20, and literally within 5 minutes, I was up to $130. And I'm like, so what I did is I took all the money, put it back in my truck, and came back with $20.
Yeah.
And that's how right. And so that's what I do. So every now and then I'll hit the one in Memphis, and then the other one I'll hit is Ameristar there in Kansas City. And I always take 20 because you're going to pay $20 to park, right? So I figured if I lose it, I'm paying for the parking.
Right.
And if I win something, as long as, you know, and I usually get about $100, you know, or I'll pay for the buffet and then it'll pay for itself, you know, that kind of thing. But yeah, I remember the first time I ever won money, I was like, did I just win $130? Yes. Yes, you did.
Yes,
like,
you did.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, when I was playing, because I play blackjack, right? I don't play slots or anything like that. And the girl at the blackjack table, I sat down, and like I said, in under an hour, I went from $200 to $800, and I just grabbed my chips. I stood up. I said thank you. Threw $5 at the dealer, and the girl looked right at me and she goes, "Smart man, you're doing the dash and grab, eh?" And I'm like, "Yep," or the grab and dash. Sorry, she called it the grab and dash.
Sure.
And it's like, yeah, I came in, I made my money, I'm leaving, I'm out. Thank you very much.
That's what you do. I mean, that's the way you come out ahead. You know, you gotta behave yourself and not get the addiction. Let the addiction get the best of you.
The problem I've got is every once in a while I'll go in and you'll get hot, right? You'll get on a streak. So, you know, instead of going in for an hour or maybe 3, like I was in the casino, a friend of mine and I went, Dar and her girlfriend went out for the night. So me and another buddy of mine, we went down to the casino, and we went down there. It was like 9 o'clock at night. And at 4 o'clock in the morning, I was still playing cards. And of course, by that time, Darlene is furious, right? Like, where you were supposed to, you know, a couple of hours, and 4 in the morning, I'm still in there. And while you're at the table, you can't answer your cell phone. If you touch your cell phone, like 4 guys will jump on you, right? So really? I played all night, and then we got in the car. Me and Scott got in the car, and we drove home. And I got home. It was 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, and Darlene is sitting in the middle of the bed. You know, you're in deep shit when your wife is sitting in the middle of a king-size bed with her legs crossed, and she's just looking at me like, with that look of like, what have you got to say for yourself? You know, you're cooked, right? And so she starts talking, and she starts, do you know that it's 4 o'clock in the morning? And I pulled out this wad of cash, and I started throwing $100 bills at her, right? So but she keeps talking, and as I'm throwing each 100 I throw, she's talking a little slower. By the time I got to like $900, I threw $900 at her. She shut the hell up, right? Right. Well, because I went in with $200, and I came out with like significant amount of money. I'm not going to tell you how much money I won, but it was a serious amount of money. But I had to throw $900 at my wife to get her to stop bitching at me, because I've been gone for, you know, I've been gone playing cards for 10 hours, but it was all forgiven afterwards.
Per hour.
What?
There's a cost per hour of how long you're missing. Like
Well,
I'm
that's
saying.
exactly. Well, believe me, I paid up in full. So she was all good, right? Because then I just took the rest of it. I put it on the bed, and she's sitting there counting it, and she's like, and I'm like, so not bad for 8 hours work, eh? And she's like, I thought she was gonna send me back, give me $200 and send me back. Like, what are you doing standing here, asshole? Go get back there.
Get your ass back
I
there.
would have done that. I'd have been like,
Yeah.
okay, go back over, get down there again.
Get back there. Yeah.
Have a cup of coffee and get back to work.
No, we do okay. For some reason, we do all right. Like, very rarely do I come out. Like I said, I always make back the money I go in with. And then if I lose that, then fine. But very rarely do we lose. Something about playing cards, blackjack, we usually do quite well. And, you know, we've paid for, you know, we went to Vegas, and my winnings in Vegas paid for pretty much, or not pretty much the whole trip, but I would say a good portion of the trip to Vegas. You know,
I remember you saying that.
just playing blackjack. So,
Well, hey guys, thanks for letting me on, Shannon. I got to go. We're gonna go visit my mom. So
Anytime, brother. Thanks for popping in.
hey,
Hey,
TJ, thanks for the hat, man. Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
you
Very
guys.
gracious.
all right, you're welcome. Have a great day, you guys.
Have
Later,
a great
man.
weekend.
All right, you too. Later.
All right. Well, you know what? I'm gonna duck out as well because I have to go pee, and I don't have a bottle, unlike you. So
Oh,
I gotta run over to the terminal.
hold on. Aren't you a real trucker? Like, what the hell is that about?
Well, in order for me to get a bottle, I have to drink some water, and my water's not gone yet. So,
Okay.
Hey, Brian.
yeah,
Real
man.
quick, I just had a news headline flash in front of my YouTube there that they spotted another one of them spy balloons over Canada.
No shit. Hey, hold on. Let me see. It's probably the Trudeau government watching me. I wouldn't. You know what? I wouldn't be. Didn't the U.S. just blow one of those up yesterday or something?
Yeah, we blew one out in the Atlantic, and then they blew one out there in Alaska.
And here's the funny thing, right? Here's the funny thing that I laughed at. They used an F-22 Raptor, and they shot a $4 million missile at a balloon that probably cost the Chinese like what, 50 grand, right? So they used $500 million worth of technology to blow up a 500,000 or a 400, whatever the balloon was worth. So I'm like, yeah.
And that's probably the one.
Talk about the element of overkill. Way to go, USA. Yeah. So
Yeah,
all
that's
right.
the plan. We're trying to get us to like expend all of our expensive weaponry, and then we'll be helpless.
I don't think there's any danger of that. I think you guys are doing just fine. Trust me, as a Canadian, I sleep better at night knowing that you guys are armed to the teeth. So it works well for me. All right, I gotta pee. I'm doing the dance here. I gotta go.
Hey,
So
well, thanks for hanging out. I appreciate you, Brian.
later, boys and girls. Be good. Thanks, Shannon.
All right, thanks. All right, that was cool. So what are you up to today, Snorlord?
Nothing now. Wife will be home here in a little bit, and other than that, just
CDN's putting his channel out there. Did you see?
yeah, I saw that. Yeah, he's getting tired of using everybody else, so he's gonna do it on his own.
I mean, it's about time. Like, just with the clips you could pull out on your own, like I was saying earlier, you could just
What are you
feed those
eating?
over his channel, and he'd be good to go for a while.
What are you eating?
Some cheese and some hard salami.
Oh, there you go.
And I'm sharing a little bit of cheese with Dee Dee because cheese is okay to give to your dog. And she likes it. So she's just hanging out staring at me now. But yeah, I'm so hungry, man. Everybody's talking about pizza and buffets, and I'm just sitting here like, oh my God. So I will break my fast with something like this because it's just meat and cheese. I got the fat and I got the meat. But I'm thinking about depending on if I end up going out with the other broker person and his family tonight for dinner, which that would be cool. But if not, I got a big old hunk of little roast in there that I have plans to slice into steaks, and that's what I'll be cooking myself tonight.
So how do you cook the steaks on the truck? Do you have an air fryer or what do you use?
Oh no, George Foreman grill.
Oh, okay.
I keep it so simple. I literally have 2 little small items to cook food with, and that's all I need because all I do is eat meat and vegetables. So in the eggs, right? So those, my little steamer thing and the George Foreman grill take care of whatever I need.
I do that, and I have the Foreman. I did buy an air fryer, but it's kind of a pain in the butt, and it draws a lot of juice from the APU. So
yeah, I thought about it, but it's like I really don't eat those foods. Like,
no,
you know what I mean?
So Jeff got us one year a Hot Logic Mini, and that's pretty cool. But for steaks, I'll do the Foreman, the little tiny Foreman, but I'll actually put foil on each side. So like cleanup's a breeze.
I mean, I got the one that's like got the ceramic. It's a real non-stick surface, so I just take some toilet paper and I just clean it as soon as I'm done with it, right? And it's good to go for the next one. So it's been pretty easy cleanup like that, like it because it doesn't really stick. As long as I clean it right after I get done cooking it, it comes right off of there. So with me eating just keto and veggies, the steamer does the steaming and cooks my eggs, and it's about this big. And then I got the Foreman grill for the grilling of the meat. I'm good to go.
There you go.
Because I don't need. The only reason I wanted the air fryer was like, oh, French fries, and I don't have to cook them in oil, right? But I cut out the potatoes, so I keep it simple.
All right, Shannon, I'm going to let you go. I'll be watching in and out. So thanks for having me on.
Thanks for coming in. I don't know how much longer I'm going to last because I'm like super hungry. So we got 3 hours in. I think that's fair enough. I hope I got some people through some states. But yeah, I'm about good. I'll read some comments and then probably pop out and eat myself some food. So
somebody's at the door. I will talk to you later.
Okay. Be careful.
Bye.
I don't know who it is. All right. Bye-bye. All right. That was fun. There's no one at the door. I'm just kidding. It's like, squirrel, I gotta go. I'm just playing. What's that, Toga? Toga, what's that StreamYard link? What is that? The George Formby grill turned out nice again. I like using my George Foreman grill. It does the job. Yeah, I don't like to give her the meat. I don't like to give her the hard salami because then she's going to like expect stuff and expect table food and all that. Or smell the meat. Like she needs to stay interested in her dog food. Oh, I see Robert. Okay. Tolga says, did you know that they removed that info from the economy books? Even printing the money is the basic and major reason of the inflation. Good grief. Man, they've been doctoring history books forever. Hate to break it to you guys. Like I sit here and I'm like, why did we even need to go to school? It turns out it was all bullshit. And they made you feel like, oh, you were going to be stupid if you didn't go to school. I'm starting to think intelligence is genetic. Oh, thanks, Toga. Yeah, I think I'm going to cook something, guys. I'm starving. I don't know if I'll get back on later or not, but I love y'all for hanging out with me. Looks like we got 17 in the house. Please hit the like if you haven't. I know you don't want to sit here and watch me cook and eat. And I got to take this little girl to go out potty. Like, she's starting to get antsy and stuff, so I know it's because she's got to go. So, I hope you guys have a great day. And yeah, I'll be either back on tonight or we'll do coffee in the morning because looks like I ain't gonna get a load till Monday. So that gives me the weekend with you. Yeah, I told her you ain't lying. Thanks for hanging out with me. You guys are the badass freaking group of people. I love you. And yeah, we'll talk soon. Be safe. Have a great day. Do something nice for somebody. It'll make you feel better today. All right. We had fun. Okay. I love you. Talk to you later. Peace out.